knew I was going to do that one time. I have to switch the audio on before I get started, and usually I do it right before I start the live stream. I apologize, guys. I'm sitting here talking, and you guys can't even hear me, but I'll go ahead and we'll do the intro one more time. What's going on, everybody? How to travel with points live. That's where we are today. We're going to be talking about United and Clear. So we'll go on and we'll talk a little bit about the partnership that they have, the reason why they're allowed to do a partnership now. Prior to this, they weren't allowed to do it. So hopefully Clear will be branching out to even more airlines, and so this should be hopefully a good experience for both parties. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. I'm going to talk to you about the fact that am I going to get Clear in the future. Before, it wasn't even on my radar just because of the price. Now it's a little more affordable due to this new little partnership. United has a partnership with, United is now allowing you to get discounts. Now, let's say if you are a United credit card holder, or if you are a Mileage Club Elite, you can get complimentary, or if you are just a Mileage Club member, you can get a discount. So I think this is a really good thing, and we'll talk a little bit about it. There are some issues that I do have, though, and I will definitely put those out there because just on the not the eve, what am I thinking? Just on the tail end of the United Chase issue, now they put this out, and there's some issues that I have, and I'll go ahead and address those as well. Yeah, great. Let's give some shout outs. So let me let you guys know. Just hit the like button if you guys are in here. If you just came in, hit the like button for me. That will bring more and more people into our live stream. It's funny because I went over this whole spiel at the very beginning, and now I'm trying to think, did I say that already? No, I didn't say it after. So yeah, hit the like button. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel. And obviously there's some new things going on here. I've changed a few things. If you guys see down in my little section right down there, there's some changes. We'll go over those as well, but we'll do that right after shout outs. So please go ahead and hit the like button and put in the chat. Give me a little emoticon. If you don't want to say hello, that's fine. But give me something in the chat. That way I know you're here. I can give you guys a shout out, and then we'll go ahead and go from there. Okay, so let's go ahead and do shout outs first. And who's in the building? We have Will in the building. What's going on? Flashpoint Capital. He's in Mexico right now. He's in the building. Thanks for stopping by, Jason. P. Gill, what's going on? Braveheart, what's going on? Scott, what's going on? David, always, what's going on, man? Edwin, what's up? Bruce Law, how you doing? Edwin, what's going on? Brian, how you doing? And Jason Ally, what's going on? Thirsty Lion, how you doing? Good to see you. Northeast, what's going on? Jennifer, how's it going? And Sharon, how you doing? Sharon, first time I've seen you here. Thanks for stopping by. James, what's going on? All right, so questions for me, just put at TEC and I will answer those questions, or I'll do my best to answer those questions. If not, if you have a question for the group, just put it in the chat and we'll all take a look at it. So what we're talking about today, United and Clear. Then after we're done with that, then we'll open up the Q&A, but then we'll also do credit card reviews. So if you guys have a credit card, travel reward credit card that you want me to look at and kind of do a review on, then let me know. You might be on the fence. You might be thinking, oh, you know what, I'm just starting out. I really don't know what card to get. What do you think about this card? And just let me know and we can do a review on that. Some people will mention different cards, but if you mention the card and say, can you do a review on this card, then I'll do that. Some people do mention cards. I don't want to just pull up everything that people mention because we do talk a lot about travel credit cards. So if you want me specifically to do a review on a card, just let me know in the chat and then we'll go from there. And then after I'm done, then everyone can kind of chime in. Some people might have the card, I might have the card, and we can kind of tell you the pros and the cons, what I like about the card or what I don't like about the card. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up, or actually let me go over let's go over this little bottom section here so you guys know what's going on and what you're looking at here. So as you see, I always have the little lower thirds here, this little area down below, and right here, this is my title. And then if we move that way, okay, so we just have a little call to action. Road to 10,000 subscribers. That is the goal of this channel. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to do this by December 28th. So please help out. If you guys are new here, please consider subscribing to the channel so we can get that number up to 10,000 by the end of the year. December 28th, the reason I picked that date is that is my birthday, so it'll be a very nice birthday present if we can get over 10,000 at that point. And then right over there, that is the count. So that's my subscriber count right now, and it's active. So anytime someone subscribes, it should go up. It's been going up, but haven't had it go up during our live stream. So we'll see. If someone subscribes today, then we'll see it go up. We'll also have indicators too. If someone subscribes, there'll be an indicator letting us know that they subscribed, and then I'll give them a shout out. And now, another thing here is right down there. Down at the bottom here, we have the little money symbol there, that little money symbol, Brian Bourne. So I had to change it. I had it for weekly. Now I'm going to do it monthly. So we're going to have it for monthly. So as far as people who do super chats, they will be recognized. And if you have the highest number of super chat or highest super chat amount, then you'll be recognized in this section here. Okay. Right below that is the subscribers. So any new subscribers, anytime you come on, the most recent subscriber will be showcased right down there. So Jay Gamble, he was the last subscriber that subscribed to the channel. So thank you very much, Gamble, for doing that. Now, anything else in here? No, I think that's it. And so from time to time, if you see a subscriber, or if you see someone subscribe, or if you see donate or super chat, then you will see an indicator, and it's going to be, I think it's right here where my hand is. It'll come up and it'll show whoever subscribed to the channel. And like I said, I'll give you a shout out as well. Okay, so I think I've gone over all the stuff that's on here. If you guys have any questions, I didn't go over everything yet because we have some graphics. So subscriber graphic, I'll just put that out there when I'm talking about subscribing to the channel. So if you guys are new here, we talk about travel reward credit cards and we inspire people to travel more. If that sounds like something interesting to you, go ahead and subscribe. We also have a like button. So we have the like button. So I'm telling you guys to get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. Click that little button and then that will show there. So just a few things I wanted to go over with you guys before we get started. All right, let's see here. Let's go ahead and talk about Clear, and I'll give you my opinion on the matter. So United put out a press release, and we can go to it right here. United put out a press release basically talking about their partnership. I think this is really a good thing, and like I told you before, Clear, it's always been, like I fly to Los Angeles, so LAX, and it's been there. I've seen it. I walk by it all the time, but never have been tempted or interested in going that route. Main reason, cost. At the time, I want to say it was like $199, or it was something that was not anything that I would consider as far as price. When you compare that to Global Entry and TSA PreCheck, it just wasn't, it didn't make sense to me. I couldn't see. Right now, TSA PreCheck is good. It's getting a little crowded. I notice as I go to the airport, more and more people are getting TSA PreCheck, and the lines are just a little bit longer. So I am noticing that. So because of that, now I'm kind of looking, Clear might be an option. And the fact that Clear is not just at airports, but they're also at stadiums, and they're, putting them in different places. So large events. They're allowing people to use Clear. I think that's another good thing too. You don't have to wait in the regular lines when you go to certain stadiums. They're still they're still working on getting it everywhere. But right now they're select places. But it's still a good thing to have where you can use it not only at airports, but you can also use it when you are going to events and stuff like that. So I think that's good. So basically, let's go over some of the key things. And actually, before I even do that, so Delta and Clear had a partnership, and they still have the partnership, but it was an exclusive partnership when they had it. They had exclusive rights for, like, or I won't say rights, but other airlines couldn't jump on board for 3 years. Delta had that locked in. And so Delta has been offering benefits and doing things with Clear for a while, but that 3 years has ended, and now United jumped in. So we will probably see more airlines jump in as well and jump on board with Clear, I should say. So we're going to start seeing Clear at all the United hubs. So that's their goal at this point. So that's good. Now, I have issues with, well, first off, the elite status. Okay, so you're going to get elite status with, no, you're going to get, if you have elite status with United, so if you're the Mileage Club member, if you're an elite, then you get complimentary Clear, which I think is amazing. And right now, I think they're going, yeah, additional Premier Platinum. So pretty much, if you're top elite, no, I'm sorry, if you're top elite status, you get the complimentary. If you are an elite status member, then you'll get a discounted rate. The discounted rate is going to be $109. If you are a United Explorer Plus card member, so if you have one of those credit cards, then you're going to get it for $109. All right. Now, if you are a Mileage Plus member, so all you need to do is go online and just sign up to be a Mileage Club member with United, then you'll get it for $119. So that's pretty good. And they're telling you right here it retails at $179. So that's still, every year you have to pay this. So you have to really start thinking about, wow, is it worth me paying $179 every year if I'm only going to fly 3 or 4 times per year? So that's something that you're going to have to kind of go over. Is that convenience or inconvenience something that you can bear for those 3 or 4 flights? And it's really not that much of an inconvenience. Like I said, with TSA PreCheck, you're good in most situations. The only thing that I like about this is now I think they're going to expand. Well, we've already seen them expand from Delta to United, and then we might have other airlines in there. So this might really, really blow up. So that's a good thing. So the problem that I have, though, is this $109 compared to $119. Okay, so United had an opportunity right now, right? Because they were talking about how Chase and United is mad at Chase because they offer benefits, all this stuff like that. Why not give us a credit? You have the credit card. Why not give us a $109 credit? So, or a Clear credit, right? That would be something unique to the United Explorer card if you gave us a Clear credit, and it would completely justify the $95 annual fee, because every year you're getting this credit. I think it's something that they dropped the ball on it. They could have jumped in there and gotten that, even if it meant raising that annual fee to $150. I wouldn't be opposed to that. Raising the annual fee to $150, giving us a Clear credit every year, and then give the free check bags and the priority boarding. I don't have a problem with paying $150. You're making it unique. You're making it better than a lot of these other credit cards that are on the market, airline credit cards. Now, will people use the card more often? Probably not. Probably not. But would they get the card? Probably. So you still need to work on the earn possibility in order to get people to use the cards. But that's something that I think that they could have put in there, or given it even a more of a discount, maybe a $50 credit towards Clear, or just something that would make people say, okay, yes, this card is exclusive. I need to get this card so I can get that $50 discount, or so I can get the 100 or the full Clear credit. So I think they dropped the ball when it came to that. I don't know all the logistics, but I think it's something that could have happened, because now you're looking at, okay, if I have the credit card, I get it for $109. If I don't have the credit card and I just sign up for the Mileage Plus, or sign up for the Mileage Plus, be a member, then it's $119. It's only a $10 difference. I mean, that it should be a lot more beneficial to have the card. You should have more credit or something. That's just the way that I think that I'm thinking about it. So let me know in the chat, though. Let me know what you guys think when it comes to Clear. Okay, let's see here. And there's some other stuff. Okay, they're not really talking too much about this is the actual press release. So they are talking about a lot of different things. But the big key thing that I hear here is the fact that Delta had that, they were locked in for that 3 years, and now that they're not locked in for another 3 years, or they're not locked in anymore, Clear isn't locked in, I should say, then they can start branching out. And so we will see Clear at more and more airports. I like the fact that it's at LAX, so anytime I fly out, I can use it. Even if I'm flying out of the country, when I'm at the airport at LAX, I can go through Clear, so that's great. Yeah, I'm going to jump on board. I am. I don't fly that often, or I shouldn't say that. I fly 3 to 4 times a year. I travel 3 to 4 times a year. So I still want to see how it works. I want to see if it's beneficial. I can try it for a year. It's only $109. I'll do that for the year. And then if it's something worth keeping, then I'll keep it. I think Nika is the only one in here. I'll have to check the chat. We were talking about this a couple months ago, and I think Nika at the time was the only one that had Clear and had some experience with it. But yeah, I'm going to give it a shot. Now, I'm not going to promise that I'm going to keep it. I'll keep it for a year, obviously, but we'll see if it's really beneficial to keep. Another thing too, and some people are really concerned. Oh, I don't want to have because they can do like it's biometrics, so they can do your eye, they can do your fingerprint. I think they're even going to make it so you can use your voice, different things like that. So really interesting technology, but some people are really uncomfortable with that, especially when you're looking at the whole hacking and all this other stuff that's going on with, we just saw the Capital One situation and then the Equifax. And yeah, so with all that, people, yeah, rightfully so, are concerned, like, how secure is this? I don't want my information getting out there, my fingerprints, and this is a private company, or a public company, however you want to see it. But they're a company, they're not the government. So yes, we know that when you get global entry or TSA PreCheck, you do the fingerprints and all that. So I guess if you're already interested in, you've already accepted the fact that they're going to have your fingerprints, then Clear is not that much of a jump from there when it comes to that. They're just doing the eye scans. They can do, you can do eye scans, or you can do your fingers. From what I was gathering, the way it works is you sign up online, and then when you go down to the airport, it takes 5 minutes. You go down to the airport and you go through the little process of getting you all in the system. And then from that point on, then you have it. Another good thing, and another thing that good can be good or bad, right? All this, the new technology, we're always going to have situations where you're going to have people that are going to be very, very weary of all the stuff that's going on. And then you're going to have some people that are like, wow, this is great. I'm kind of in between. I like the fact that this technology is here. And one of the things that I was watching on one of the YouTube videos that they were going over kind of how it works. Like, let's say you go to a stadium, you go to watch a game, a football game, baseball game, whatever. You go there, you can go to Clear, because some of the stadiums will have Clear, so you can go to Clear, so you go to a separate line. Then once you get in, you can order like go to the bar and order a beer and stuff like that. Obviously they're promoting all this stuff right now, so there's only certain places that will allow you to do this. But it's as quick as just putting your fingerprint, so you don't have to, everything is locked into your fingerprints. So your credit card information is all in this system that's locked into your fingerprint. It knows your age, all that. So you're just putting your fingerprint down on there, and it will pull that information in. And so you don't have to pull out your credit card and make a payment, or pull your ID out to prove how old you are. It's all in there. So I think that's great. I think that's great technology. Obviously, it's a little scary for some, but we have to understand the fact that every time we touch our phone, most of us have the fingerprint password. So you just touch. It's that information is there, right? When I go onto a lot of the apps that I use now, whether it be my bank account, PayPal, a lot of different bank accounts, actually, now I'm thinking about it. I have a few different bank accounts. They all use that fingerprint recognition if you want to do that, and I use it all the time. Like, I'm always on there using my fingerprint. It's just easier, especially on your phone, because I don't want to have to type in my information all the time. Plus, if I'm out in public, let's say I'm at the airport and I want to get into my account, I don't want people, and there's cameras everywhere, so I don't want anyone to have eyes on what I'm typing and all that. So I have the fingerprint reader. You have the PC, so not PCs, but Macs that do the eye scan, as well as iPhones do the eye scan, or their or face recognition, all that, whatever it is. I'm not an iPhone person. I have Android, but yeah. So that stuff's out there. It's already out there, and you know that Apple and all these different computer companies and stuff, they're really probably trying to work on stuff as well, so they can benefit from some of the things that we're seeing here. But yeah, I want to know what you guys think, though. So please, in the comment section, or I'm sorry, in the chat, please let us know what you guys think. And let's see, you guys are in here right now. Please hit the like button for me, just so we can bring some more people into the discussion. And yeah, let me know if you guys have Clear. Also, let me know how Clear's working for you. If you like it, if you don't like it, the pros, cons, all that good stuff. But like I said, first off, hit that like button for us so we can bring some more people in. Got about 34 people in the room right now, which is great. Let's see if we can double that tonight, and let's see if we can get 50 likes on this video. So yeah, let me know what you guys think as far as Clear goes, and if you have it, definitely chime in, please. And if you guys are in the room, I know there's a lot of people that come in the room, they don't say anything, and I totally understand that. When I first started watching live streams, I was like, I don't want to talk, like people, this is weird. But I wanted to watch, and I totally get that. I totally understand that. I just want to recognize you if you've taken the time out of your day to come to the channel. So just give me a happy face or a thumb, the little emoji things. Just give me one of those or something. You don't have to say anything. That way I can at least say, hey, thank you for stopping by. All right. And then maybe after you're watching for a while, you'll get a little more used to it. And it's one of the things about live chats that I like is the fact that it's live. So we're here, we're talking back and forth. If you have a question for me, shoot it out, and I'll try to answer it for you. If you have a question for the group, put it out there. And there are plenty of people in this room that have a lot of experience when it comes to travel credit cards. So especially if you're new, like if you're new to travel credit cards, you want to ask a lot of questions. I made some mistakes when I first started, and the main reason that I made those mistakes is I didn't know the information. I didn't know which card to get. So I got the card that I probably shouldn't have got out of the three major travel reward credit card companies. And the way I look at it is you have the Citi Thank You Points, you have the American Express membership rewards, and then you have the Chase Ultimate Reward Program. Those are the three major ones. Now you have Capital One, who's jumped in the game. They have some transfer partners, so that's good. But for the longest, we had those three. And out of those three, you probably, the way I look at it now is I probably should have started with Chase. I didn't. I started with Citi. I started with arguably the worst way to start off with Citi because I got the Citi Premier card. I could have gone with Chase and been a little better as far as the points are worth more. But I chose to go with Citi, didn't have all the information. And so it's good to just put that out there. So what do you think is a good card to get for someone who's beginning? And this stuff changes over time. So there might be good cards that I can recommend now, but I'm telling you 2 months from now that might change. And so if you're in here and you're watching live, we can go back and forth and tell you the reasons why we would consider going this way over another way. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and see what questions we have. And like I said, questions specifically for me, just put at TEC. Braveheart put Clear ? So I don't know, Braveheart, if you're not familiar with Clear. But that's what it's all about. So Clear it's just like TSA PreCheck, but it's supposed to be faster. Let's just put it that way. You're doing fingerprints. You never have to take out I don't think you have to take out your boarding pass. You might have to take out your boarding pass, but you don't have to take out your ID. So you just put your finger on the Clear thing. Now it will take you, and I have not used Clear before, so I'm just telling you what I've seen. So people in the room, if you use Clear, then please chime in and let us know. But from what I'm gathering, you go through the little Clear booth. You don't have to show your ID, and then that will take you through a separate line to the TSA checkpoint. So you still have to go through the screening. So you're still gonna have to your luggage or whatever you have, your personal item. It's all gonna have to still go through a screening. So you're not speeding through that, but the lines are shorter and clear, and so you can just go through, put your fingerprint in, and then they let you out right there, so you can go ahead and go through the screening process. So that is what clear is. Let's see. Braveheart saying no audio. Yeah. Okay, guys. Yeah, and I appreciate you. Anytime you guys see something wrong, you hear something in the background, or if there's some distractions, let me know. Please let me know, and that will help me out, because like I said, and I knew that audio thing was going to get me at least one. I'm going to have to change that onto my little soundboard thing, so I can just flip it on that way. But what I have to do is I turn it off while we're doing the live, or while we're doing the starting soon, and then the music's playing, and then when I come back in, that's when I have to open up the mic, and I just didn't open the mic up. Okay. All right. So yeah, I appreciate you guys letting me know about that. And let's see. And Jason, keep up the good work. Thank you, man. I will. I'm enjoying the live streams, guys. And if you guys notice, I've been jumping on live streams very, very frequently, even more than just Saturday and Monday. I like jumping even more than that. So the whole thing is, I like the interaction. I really do, and I love the fact that we're starting to build a larger community of people who are coming in, helping out, and talking about travel reward credit cards. So I mean, that's, for me, it's just taken my travel to a whole nother level. When you don't even have to worry, like I have a trip in 3 months, and I'm not even worrying about the money. I'm not worrying about the money, not at all. Like, I know I'll be able to use points, and even if I don't use points, going where I'm going to Colombia. So even if I choose not to use points, let's say I want to pay for a ticket because it's cheaper. Let's say the ticket is $50, or let's say the ticket is $500, and it's going to cost at least 50 to 60,000 points in order to fly out there, then I'll pay. I'm going to pay the $500. I'm not going to use my points in that case, because I know I can get better value. But I don't even worry about it, because I know out of pocket, if I had to come out of the pocket, at most it's going to be $500. So it's a good feeling. And I can even set it up in a way that, let's say the points don't make sense for me to use it to go all the way to Colombia, but the points do make sense for me to fly to Texas, or for me to fly to Florida, and then from Florida use points to fly to Colombia, because it's a lot less. So even things like that, it's one of those deals where you just have so much flexibility when you have points, because now you have a different option. You don't just have the cash option that everyone has if they don't have points. All right, Northeast, what is up? Thanks for the applause. I appreciate it, Jessica. What's going on? And I realize I start doing shout outs, and then I do another shout out, which I guess it's not bad. Giving 2 shout outs there. James, let's see. Hello, David. Let's see. Great to see you again. Yes, great to see you, James. Always great to see you. I will be going in October to Colombia. I think you are still on board to go. James has never been to Colombia. He wants to go, and I think he might be going prior to that, and then going in October as well. So yeah, we'll meet up definitely if you're out there. Okay. Sharon, mine's 25. I don't know what that means. Okay, if you had to pick 5 credit cards all over again, what Chase cards would you pick? Thank you for sharing your precious knowledge with all of us. Yes, James. So James has that question. So if I have to pick 5 cards, which cards would I pick? And you're specifically talking about Chase. It's pretty easy for me. It's the Chase Sapphire Reserve. It's the Chase Freedom card. And then I would jump over to the business cards. Okay, so you have to have a business, though, in order to get the business cards. But the business can be you can be a sole proprietor. So a business can be, I sell on eBay, anything outside of your normal job where you're making money. And most of us have kind of a side thing. We make a little bit of money here and there doing different things. For me, I'm a photographer, so I shoot weddings and things like that. So I do have a photography business. And so in that case, I use, I get these business credit cards, and the Chase business credit cards are the best. They are the best. Like I'll talk about, okay, Chase Sapphire Reserve, I think it's the best compared to some of the other, American Express and all that. But that's arguably, you have the Chase Sapphire Reserve and you have the Amex Platinum. Some people might think Chase is better. Some people might think American Express is better. And I'm kind of like, yeah, you know what? They're both good. But when it comes to the business cards, Chase has the best business cards out there right now. So you have the Chase Ink Business Preferred card. That is the equivalent to like a Chase Sapphire Preferred at that level. It's a $95 annual fee card. It's an 80,000 sign-up bonus, which is the highest sign-up bonus right now that's out there for a card like that. Okay, and you have to look at the value of the points. Okay, the Chase points are very, very valuable. And so if you're getting 80,000 Chase points, that's not the same as getting 100,000 Hilton points. It's different. Hilton points are not worth a lot. Okay, 3 times, I think, is it like 3 times? Chase points are worth like 3 times as much, and they're flexible points, so I can use them for different airlines. I can also use it for different hotels. So 80,000 points with the Chase Ink Business Preferred. Then you have the Chase Ink Unlimited card, which is a great card as well, 1.5 points per dollar, and that's across the board. 0 annual fee for the Chase Ink Unlimited. Okay, sign-up bonus for the Chase Ink Unlimited, 50,000 50,000 points sign-up bonus. That is really good. Okay, for a 0 annual fee card, you're not going to find that very many places. Okay, you don't even find it in Chase within the Chase Freedom and the Chase Freedom Unlimited. You're not going to find that. You'll get maybe $150 with the Chase Freedom, but that's as much as you'll get. But with the business cards, the Chase Ink Unlimited, you're going to get a 50,000 sign-up bonus. The Chase Ink Cash, which this is the last card that I picked up, great card. Absolutely, I mean, it's 0 annual fee, 50,000 sign-up bonus, 5-point categories with like your utilities, like your internet, your phone, and your cable. You get 5 points for every dollar spent. They cap it off at like 25,000 per year. But really, I mean, it's an amazing, amazing card. So that would be the 5 cards that I would get. The Chase Ink Unlimited, the Chase Freedom Unlimited is also another one that I've had my eye on before. With that 1-year sign-up, not sign-up bonus, but with that 1-year promotion they're doing, 3% for every dollar spent, it makes it a good card, but it's not really a keeper card because after that drops off, it's going to be just like my Chase Ink Unlimited. So it's the same value as far as 1.5 across the board. So one other card, so we talked about 5, but we'll go even one more. So the 6th card that I would look at actually there'd be 7. The next 2 cards that I would look at would be the World of Hyatt card, which I love that World of Hyatt card. If you can make a commitment, you like staying at Hyatt properties, and I always recommend anytime people are interested in staying or making a commitment to a hotel, actually hotel or airline, same thing, but hotel is even more so because airline, you're going to spend some time in the air. You're going to deal with the airlines for, maybe, let's say a long trip, 10, 15 hours maybe. I mean, from time to time, like when you fly out. So you're not going to deal with them that much. When you stay in a hotel, you could be at that hotel for 7 days, 10 days. So you're going to spend a lot of time at that hotel, and you're going to be dealing with that customer service and dealing with the lay of the land, how your room looks and how your bed feels and all that. You're going to be dealing with that a lot, your whole trip, and it can ruin your trip. Like we've had a flight that's bad, it gets delayed, or they misplace your luggage and things like that. Yes, that's going to hinder you for some time, for a little bit. If they lose your luggage, it might hinder you a little bit more. But if you have a bad flight or you miss your flight and you miss a day, yes, that's tragic. But once you get to your destination, then you can start vacationing. But if you are staying in a hotel that's just not up to par, then that can really, really mess your whole trip up. So World of Hyatt, I think Hyatt is a great program, but you want to try different hotels. So stay at a Hyatt once, stay at a Hilton. Even if you're not going long distances, you can, let's say you have a trip planned, you're going to go, I live in Los Angeles, I want to go down to San Diego. Oh, I'll stay at a Hilton, see how Hilton is. Or I'll stay at a Marriott, see how Marriott is. Or I'll stay at a Hyatt. And so then after you've stayed at these different hotels, then you can kind of decide, okay, yeah, you know what, I think Hyatt is probably my better option. And I base most of my decision making on the customer service, and of course how the rooms look. But you might stay at a hotel, especially Hilton. If you stay at some Hilton properties, they're nice, and then you stay at another Hilton property, and it's a little old and not it needs some remodeling and things like that. So with Hyatt, I pretty much across the board, all the Hyatts that I've stayed in, they're pretty much the same. I haven't stayed in a Hyatt, knock on wood, haven't stayed in a Hyatt yet that is just what is the word, dilapidated or whatever that, I think it's dilapidated. Dilapidated. It's not just all messed up and needs remodeling and all that. So I haven't had that experience with Hyatt. And so it does come down. I do put a lot of my attention on the customer service and how they handle problems because that's what's most important to me. So if there is an issue, how do you deal with it? I stayed at a Hyatt in Thailand, and I'll tell the story really quickly. I've told the story before, but I'll give you the quick version. Basically, I got there early in the morning and checked in. They allowed me to check in. Well, actually, I had to pay for an extra day, but that's a whole nother story. I didn't plan correctly. I should have planned a little bit better, and then I didn't have to do this. But I had to pay for a night, even though I was coming in at like early in the morning. So they only had a few rooms available. It was at the Hyatt Regency in Phuket, Thailand. Checked in, got into my room, started walking around, looking at the place. It was amazing, an amazing room, right? Had everything that you would want. It had a separate, and it had the bathroom area with one of those big jacuzzi tubs, and then stand-up shower and all that in one area. Then you had a whole nother area that was like a wardrobe area where they had the sink and all that, and you had closet space. I mean, it was an amazing place. And if you check my videos out, I put this out. This was last year. So a video I put out last year about Thailand. You'll see it because it has these little roaches on the cover. There were roaches in the room, and yeah, there were roaches in the room. Let's just put it that way. I don't know. They probably came from outside. I didn't see a lot of roaches running around, but there were 2 roaches in the room. So I called down the front desk and let them know, hey, what the situation was. They didn't understand there's language barrier there, and the gentleman didn't speak. He spoke some English, but not very much. So I was trying to explain to him what was in the room, and he didn't understand. And then he figured it out, and he was like, okay, we'll change your room. So they switched me to another room, equally, nice setup, another nice, big, large room. But if you check it out, I'll show you the video, or if you check out the video, you'll see how nice the room is. And then I checked into another room that was equally nice. But they handled the situation appropriately. Not all hotels will do that. Like, they just won't, and it's unfortunate. But yeah, they won't take care of stuff. So that's what's really important to me. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on down. So I hope I answered that for you. The last one, so I said 7. I said the World of Hyatt, and then the last card would be the United card, the United Explorer Plus. I think it's a good card to have in the Chase ecosystem because I can transfer my points directly over to United. I can transfer my points directly over to Hyatt. So it just makes it that much stronger when you have points that I can use all these different cards, and as long as I'm committed to United, committed to Hyatt, and committed to Chase, the Ultimate Reward Program, then all the points that I'm spending, I can use them together. So that's what makes it really strong. It makes it strong, but then it also makes it. I do limit myself in the sense that if I do have, let's say, an American Express, a few American Express cards, and I have some membership reward points, then it gives me a little bit more flexibility because now I can jump over to membership rewards to check out what they have, and they might have a better flight path, point-wise, and all that stuff on membership rewards compared to what the Ultimate Reward Program has. So it is good to have different ecosystems, but you want to build that ecosystem up. And if you build the ecosystem up right, then you can use these points interchangeably. So I don't even, in some situations, it doesn't even matter what card I use. If I'm using that World of Hyatt card, I'm using it at Hyatt property because I get 9 points for every dollar spent, earning points with Hyatt. And then if I need to top it off, I have ultimate reward points that I can transfer over to Hyatt. All right. Julio, hi TEC. I have clear. Okay, cool. Julio, tell us though, like, do you like it? Is it worth, because I don't know if you got in or if you were, you're complimentary, if you got a complimentary clear or what, but let us know if you think it's worth it or not to have clear. Okay. TC, everybody I know with clear loves it. Okay, that's David saying that. And David, I think you did say that you're going to be getting clear, or at least signing up next week, which would be good. And I know David travels a lot, so once he gets clear, I'm sure he'll be able to give us his insight when it comes to how clear is. And that reminds me too, we do have a WhatsApp group. So we have a WhatsApp group, and so if you go down to the comment section in this video that's playing right now, I have 3 links. One is the subscriber link. Obviously, please subscribe to the channel. And then the next link that we have is the WhatsApp group. So if you're interested in learning more about travel reward credit cards and just seeing what we're doing on the day-to-day, jump in there. We have some other YouTubers in there as well. So Flashpoint Capital's in there. We have Will Schropp. He's in there as well. And they both talk about travel reward credit cards. And what we do is we just talk about whatever topics we bring up. So if it's a new travel reward credit card, a new benefit here, benefit there. So that's what we do. And if you want to talk with me directly, it's probably the best place for you to reach me because I'm on there all the time. Facebook, we also have a Facebook group. Facebook group, I jump in from time to time, but the WhatsApp group is probably, if you want to have contact with me, and you can contact me directly through the WhatsApp group. Generally don't call, but just like send me texts and stuff like that. I respond better to that. There are a lot of how can I say, people trying to sell you things and all that stuff, and they do it through WhatsApp as well. So I don't always answer the phone, but I will respond to you if you have a question, if you text me something, or if they have the voice to talk, so you can just do the voice talk, and I respond to those. I'll respond to those right away. All right, guys. So yeah, check the comments section. It'll be a pin tag down there, and I'll have the links to everything. And then also, too, if you guys are interested, or not interested, but please leave comments, too. I know on my live streams, a lot of the stuff comes out. If you're live, it's easy for you to get all that information. But if you're not live, like it's easy for you to ask questions if you're live. But if you're not watching it live and you're watching the rebroadcast, please leave comments. If you have questions about stuff, leave comments. It always helps me to kind of focus on what I'm going to do for the next live stream. Someone brought up Clear, the United Clear partnership. I didn't have any information about that. I didn't know anything about it. They brought it up in one of our shows last week, and then I started looking it up. Oh, wow, okay, yeah, this is something good that I think we should bring to a live stream. So I generally base my shows on the comments that I get, the questions that I get asked. If I'm getting the same question asked over and over, then I will do a live stream about it, or I will do a video, or I'll do both. So just keep that in mind. Okay. Yes, David says you signed up this week. All right, Brian, it significantly slowed down. Wait, hold on. Yeah, it significantly slowed down TSA pre-check line at the airport I travel to every week. Okay. Let's see. I have Hilton Inspire credit. I stay at Hilton Waterfront, Huntington Beach, 2 nights for $532. But I got a $250 hotel resort credit off from $532 price hotel plus one for free upgrade and breakfast. All right, cool. So that's Edwin saying that he got that $250 credit that he used. So $532 for 2 nights, which isn't that bad. Huntington Beach is a nice community, so that's not bad. Plus you get the free upgrade and breakfast. Breakfast is a big deal for me. So I like that. Let's see. I just booked with my family 5 nights at the Hilton Del Mar in Barcelona, staying another 4 in Madrid after. Cool, cool. So when are you traveling, David? Well, you're always traveling, but when are you going out of the country? That sounds like a nice trip. Thanks, nice hotel, Edwin. I stayed there last year. Andrew, what's going on? Thank you for stopping by. Clear is not worth the money unless you fly 10 or more times a year. After a clear rep, let's see, your ID. After he verifies your ID, they put you in the TSA pre-check section, albeit to the front. Okay, so Andrew, good information there. Thank you for sharing that with us. Let's see, and we'll go over it right now. Let's see, I don't believe that there are any clear terminals in Tom Bradley LAX. Okay, so basically what Andrew's saying, in his experience, you go through that, they have to verify you're clear and all that. You go through that process, and then you'll come out at the TSA pre-check line, but you'll come out at the front of that line. So the whole thing is, and he's saying it's not worth the money unless you travel at least 10 times per year. You do need to really kind of think about that. Like, how often do you travel? And I kind of brought this up in the beginning, but how often do you travel? Is that, let's say you are a member, a Mileage Plus member, you have the United card like I do. So let's say you have the United card, you get $109 per year that you're paying. Is it really worth that? $109 per year, and you're still not going to get there that much faster than if you have TSA PreCheck, and you already have TSA PreCheck, right? And there are a lot of different credit cards that you can get right now that will give you that that global entry credit. So they give you that $100 credit for every 5 years. So is it really worth it? Is it going to speed up your process that much more? So that is the question out there, right? Now, I am going to be the guinea pig. I will jump in there and get it just because, and I'll let you guys know because I have both, right? So I'll be able to let you guys know, yeah, you know what? I've gone through clear. It spits me out right in the front of the line. Usually when I look at the TSA pre-check line, there might be 4 or 5 people in there. So is that really, am I really saving that much time? Or am I only saving maybe 2 or 3 minutes? So let's move on. Dolly, what's going on? You didn't miss anything, Dolly. We're just getting started. Okay. Holly Dolly. I'm awesome. Maui is treating me well. What's going on, Iris? Thank you for stopping by. And where are you staying in Hawaii? Oh, you're in Maui. Okay. You answered my question before I even asked it there. Let's see. Uh-oh, I lost my place. Let me move all the way back up here. Okay. All right. Brian, I'm not sure I see the benefit. I get through TSA PreCheck in about 5 minutes every week, so I save about 2 minutes a week. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I said, so if you do save a little bit of time, is it really worth it to get the clear when it comes down to it? But the only way you're going to know is if you have someone try it. And there might be some people in here who tried it, but I'm hard-headed. I want to try it on my own and see, like, is this really worth it? And I think now they're really going to start ramping it up. And if you go to, like I said, you go to stadiums and stuff like that, it would be really nice to use clear instead of waiting in those lines. So just something else to think about. Explore Informed, what's going on? Not worth it for me, as only available at 1 of 5 terminals at my home airport, DFW. All right, all right. Yeah, so at DFW, they're probably going to open it if there's a United. Well, they said United hubs. I don't know if Dallas has a United hub. So if they did, then all the United hubs are going to open. So for me, they already have it in Los Angeles anyway. But for me, it makes sense, or it can make sense, at least to get it for that, and then just kind of play it by ear and see if it's even that much faster than TSA PreCheck. Julio at Brian, sometimes it's really busy in Houston, and it makes a difference to just pass everyone up. All right, Dolly. Hey, Explorer Informed. I'm happy to see you here. Cool. So, Explorer Informed, do you have a channel or a YouTube channel or something like that? Let me know. I'll give you a shout out. Let's see. Northeast Corridor. Love the channel. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And we're here every week, Saturday and Monday. And then I'm putting out videos every day, every day. So check back every day. We're going to have something out. So it's either going to be a live stream or it's going to be a video. But we'll be putting out stuff every week or every day. Okay, Nate and Jess, what's going on? Let's see. In Honolulu, TSA pre-check is fast. Yeah, I was in Honolulu. I can't remember. Yeah, Honolulu Airport is pretty small. I flew out of there, and yeah, but it's just a small airport, period, in Honolulu. But yeah, I would imagine it's pretty fast. Ebony Love, what's going on? All right. Okay, let's go ahead and move on down here. Okay, so Dolly's taking a trip to Fort Lauderdale. Cool. That should be fun. And Sharon saying December 25th is her birthday. Wow, Christmas birthday. Yeah, all of us around Christmas, man. It's tough. We get Christmas and our birthday all tied into one. But I haven't met too many people that were born on Christmas. So that's a crazy, how do you celebrate that? Do they celebrate your birthday? Is everything just all in one? I would want to celebrate the next day or something. Bruce, let's see, Amex Blue Business Plus is a great business card, 2% on everything. Cool. Yeah, I have not jumped into Amex cards, but I'm telling you, man, those Chase cards are really good. So something to consider if you do have any Chase cards. I'll look into that. All right, we have a super chat. Did my little super chat indicator go off? I didn't see it. But we have a super chat from Justin. Thank you very much for the super chat. Let's say, hey, David, any idea how to pull the Amex Platinum 100,000 offer? What credit cards are you going for next? Thanks, man. All right. I've heard that if you go incognito, then then you can kind of like try to come back in that way. I don't know the loophole on how to get that 100,000 sign-up bonus. I've seen some different people talk about it, but that's something that you're gonna have to find it from someone else. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't have the card, so I haven't been trying to do it. Another thing too is the mailers that come out. Oftentimes you'll get like a mailer, and I used to get them all the time. I haven't gotten them lately, but I get those mailers, the ones that they just throw in your mailbox. And I would get the 100,000 sign-up bonus all the time. This was like last year. Last year around this time, I was getting it. Like, it was ridiculous. But I wasn't at a point where I wanted to get American Express. I was still working on my Chase ecosystem. So, yeah, I don't know if that indicator came up. I don't know. You guys let me know if you saw anything. But I was supposed to get an indicator that showed that we had a subscriber, or that we had a super chat. So I don't know what happened to that. I'm a little irritated right now. Hopefully it came up. I'll have to check it on the rebroadcast. But yeah, I'm gonna have to work on it if it didn't come up. All right, guys. Let's see. Iris, hello from Maui. Yeah. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, so Dolly's asking, what do you think about the Wells Fargo Propel American Express card? So this is how I feel about the other travel credit cards, or the other cards that promote rewards and travel and all that. I'm not a big fan of them, and the major reason is because there are no transfer partners, and they usually don't have a travel portal. So you're very limited in what you can use. Those points aren't very valuable. So that's why I don't really talk too much about those cards. I bank with Wells Fargo, so I could easily get that card. I have one of their credit cards right now, but I don't have like or it's a rewards credit card, but it's not a Propel or anything. But what I don't like about them is the fact that I can't use transfer partners, and transfer partners are huge in this game. If you want to earn points in travel in style, first class, business class, stay in some of the nicest hotels using points, then you're going to need the transfer partners. You're going to need them because that's how you maximize. That's how you're able to fly. When I flew back from Paris, I flew first class, a true first class experience, $6,500 a seat. I used points to do it, so I didn't have to pay much when it came to cash, and it was 70,000 points. 70,000 points in the Wells Fargo world, the Propel card, that's 70,000 points. That's equivalent to about $700. And if I want to book my airfare, I could book my airfare. I have $700 worth that I can book. But the only problem is, or the big difference is, if I'm using, in this case, I was using American Airlines. So I had the points on my AAdvantage account. So if I have 70,000 points on my AAdvantage account and I transfer it over to British Airways and book that flight, or I didn't even transfer, I'm sorry, book the flight, and then because British Airways and American Airlines are partners, I was able to make that flight. So that is a $6,500 ticket that I was able to fly on. You're not going to get that when you're dealing with some of these other quote unquote award credit cards, because they don't allow you to do that because you can't transfer your points. So I always look for cards where you can transfer points. When it comes to the other cards, I pretty much shy away from them. But Dolly, since you did bring that card up, I will pull it up after we're done going down the list here. I'll pull it up and we'll look at the card and we'll do a review. So some of you might be interested. You might not travel that much, and you might not see a real benefit of getting one like Chase Sapphire Reserve or Amex Platinum or Amex Gold or Chase Sapphire Preferred. You might not even be interested in getting those cards. You might just want something simple. You can get a Propel card. Yeah, it's a little simple. It's simpler, easier to use because you don't have to worry about transferring points. You don't have to worry about how many points does it take me for me to fly from here to here. Which once you learn how to do it, it's not that hard. But yeah, I shy away from those cards. But we'll pull that card up though. People have asked me about that card in the past. So Edwin, let's see. Hi, this is my next credit card. Cool. Yeah, you'll enjoy that card. It's a good one. Let's see. Nate and Jess, TC, Jess and I noticed on the Chase Sapphire Reserve travel portal that you can book some Hyatt hotel nights through the portal sometimes for less Chase points than you would booking the Hyatt points. Okay. That's interesting to know. I did not know that. I'll have to look into that. That's pretty interesting. One of the things that I don't like about Hyatt, there are very few things that I don't like, but one of the things I don't like about them is they don't always offer free nights, so you can't always use those points for a free night. And sometimes you'll have the free night vouchers and you can't use them. Certain hotels won't allow you to use them, so that bothers me. It's not that often, but it is out there, so you can. But now if I can use less points to stay at the same hotel going through the travel portal, yeah, that would be good. So I'm going to definitely check that out. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Nate and Jess, for pointing that out. Iris, customer service is a priority for me. Yes, Iris, I totally agree with you. Customer service is the big thing. I just want to be treated the way I should be treated as a customer, and you don't always get that. Especially when you're dealing with some of these different airlines, they don't treat you the same, that's for sure. And there's simple things, right? We're in an airport, we're pretty stressed out anyway. Airports bring out the tension, in people. You're waiting in long lines. You can avoid that by doing global entry, TSA pre-check, clear. And then once you get through the line, you're going through the line, you go through the checkpoint, they're taking out, you might go through screening and all. So most people are a little, they're a little ramped up when they're in an airport. And then to be in an airport ramped up, and then you get to a point where you're dealing with customer service and the customer service is not up to par. that really, I mean, it can ruin your whole vacation. It really can. So that's one of the things I always, I'm always looking at that. How do they handle situations? Edwin, I heard Hyatt in Bangkok, Thailand is haunted. Yeah, I don't know. I have not stayed in, I didn't even go to Bangkok when I was in Thailand. So, yeah, that's interesting. Dolly, everybody please hit the like button. Yes, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Um, and let's see here. Any questions? No. Okay. Yeah. So we have what? 33 likes now. Let's get the likes up, please. So if you have not hit the like button, please hit the like button. It will bring more people into our live stream, and that's what we want. So we can all help each other out. And so please, please, please hit the like button, and then subscribe to the channel as well. You subscribe to the channel. That little name down there, Jay Gamble, that will change to your name if you subscribe right now. So please do so. All right, let's go ahead and move on here. Life for Business, what's going on, buddy? Thanks. Why you stay at Marriott? No, oh, that's. Yeah. Okay, so Life for Business saying that's why you stay at Marriott. There are no roaches. Yeah, you know what? I'm telling you, I'm sure the roaches came from outside, but they were still in there. And so I had to I had to at least address it and let them know, hey, there's roaches here. And so they took care of it for me, so I'm fine. And that was one of my concerns too. Well, now this is a beautiful room that I'm in, and you're almost in that thing where you're thinking, wow, I want to stay in this room, but I don't want to have roaches in here. So they moved into a room, and actually the room they moved me to was nicer. It wasn't as large. It was still big. It was bigger than a normal room, so it was a suite. But it was nicer in the sense that the way the bathroom was set up, the little jacuzzi tub that they had, it faced the water. So both rooms faced the water, but this one, when you were sitting in that tub, you could look out and see the water from where you were. So that was pretty nice. I say the water like the beach. Okay. Oh, lost my place here. And Wayne, what's going on? Thank you. I think it's Wayne. Wayne or Wayne M. What's going on, buddy? Okay, Julio, what is going on? Let's see, TC. Yes, I love Clear. It's really cool when the airport is really busy and I just go through the Clear scan on my 2 fingers and just zoom through TSA lines. Okay, cool. Yeah, you spend more time in the lounges. But my question is this: how much more time? So you have TSA pre-check, Clear. Is it that much of a difference? Okay, because for me, and I'm getting it, okay, but for me, if I want to get it a year out, the next year, I want to know that I'm getting some pretty good value out of it. And if I have TSA pre-check already, am I really saving that much time? But knowing that it's the fastest way to go is probably good too. Okay, Julio says, I only pay $79 because I have the Delta Reserve card. Okay, cool. See, and that's what I'm saying. Like, Delta Reserve, I get it. It's a great card. United, they could have dropped it a little lower than 109. Make it a better value. Like, for me, when I look at $10, I'm thinking $10. $10 is $10, but it's really not that big of a difference between being a Mileage Plus member where you just sign up for free or having a United Mileage card where you have to pay a $95 annual fee, right? There's a difference there. So give us more value with that, with having the credit card. I think it's just, it would make it more exclusive for people who have the credit card. Now, I mean, honestly, if someone were to tell me, hey, I want to get a discount on Clear, what's the best option that you think? The cheapest option is just signing up for the Mileage Plus card, or the Mileage Plus, be a Mileage Plus member. That's the best option because it's $10. You have to pay $10 more, but all you're doing is signing up and it's for free. So that is my take on that. Explorer Foreign, by the way, a new 40% bonus on transfers of Amex MR points to Avios. Okay, cool. Thank you for the information there. Let's see. All right. Amen on breakfast. Explore inform. Yes, breakfast that is key. When I travel, that is key. I want to know, hey, can I get a free breakfast? And it really hurts well, it doesn't really hurt, but when I stay at Airbnbs, that's one of the things that I miss. There's no free breakfast. But I always set myself up when I'm staying at Airbnbs. I will go and I'll go shopping, and I'll come back and I'll have different foods and stuff like that. So in the morning, I can wake up, get some food together, and then go out for my day. Okay. All right. Justin Murphy just super chat. Okay, cool. So I have my little bot. So I'm learning all about this stuff. Okay, you guys have to excuse me. If you guys are into like live streams and like you know a lot about live streams, that's cool, but I'm still learning. So you have like these little chat bots. Cloud bot is what this one is, but basically they will put out stuff for you. They'll rotate different things out there, just giving information. So that is good that they're promoting that, or they're putting that stuff out there. Okay, thank you, Justin. Let's see, Iris, my birthday is December 30th. I receive all one deal for years. Yes, I've done the same thing. Just get all of your gifts in one day, or not one day, but like at one time. Okay, Iris, I use Incognito just to view offers, and the offers are better through Incognito. Yeah, so that is a tip, and this is Iris that's putting that out there. So yeah, that is a tip. Use Incognito when you go in there, so it doesn't have all your cookies and stuff saved. So when you sign in, then you might get different offers because they're going to think that you're new to American Express and they don't have any information on you. So I always recommend doing that anyway when you're looking for different credit cards. Go Incognito. And if you guys don't know, so we're talking about Chrome. So the Chrome browser, if you go in Chrome browser, go over to the left or right side, click on that little thing, it'll drop down, it'll say Incognito, and you open up a new window in Incognito. Okay, so Dolly's saying, David, there was sound, but it wasn't the slot machine coins. Okay, yeah, there should have been an indicator too. Like it should have come up with a little thing. I'll have to check. I'm working on it. So if you guys don't know, like this whole bottom part here, I've added some different things to it. So it's supposed to change on the fly and all that. So we'll see. We'll work on it. We're gonna get it dialed in, and then everything will be good. Jeremy, what's going on, buddy? Let's see. Oh man, I lost my place. Okay. I have a channel. I only manage to post every week or two, but I'm getting there. Cool. So, Explore Informed. Let me see. I'll try to pull this up real quick. I always like to give shout outs to the guys and gals that are YouTubers because it's hard work. The hardest thing is just getting people to come over to your channel. This guy probably has more subscribers than me, you know what I'm saying? But it is hard work, right? I think we should all work together, and especially when you're putting out good content. I won't say it's tough because you take the time, you put out content, and then nobody sees it. So. All right, so there we go. Explore Informed. Yeah, thank you for stopping by. There is his link. So go over to his channel, hit the subscribe button, check out what he's got on there. And yeah, thank you again for stopping by. Northeast Corridor. Let's see. Let's see, everyone, when you have some time tonight, go to support and subscribe to Explore Inform. Okay, yeah, so she's putting all that out there. I put the link in there so you guys can check out his channel. Let's see, Jessica transferred our points to Hyatt just now so we can stay 2 nights there next week. Cool, Jessica, cool. Yeah, you'll enjoy that. I'm sure you've been there before, but yeah, you'll have a good time at Hyatt. Love the Chase Sapphire Reserve. I love that Chase Sapphire Reserve too, Jessica. Okay, Nate and Jess, Marriott has those sneaky resort fees. So those are kind of like roaches. You guys crack me up. Yeah, sneaky resort fees. You know what? It's not just Marriott. All the hotels have those sneaky fees. My last day at the Hyatt, there were some sneaky little fees in there. It wasn't much, but it was still these little fees where I'm like, what is this? I don't remember you telling me anything about this. It's not a tax. I mean, I get taxes. I know, when it's a regular tax. That's not what it is. It's something weird. Okay. All right, I keep losing my place here. Little bugs on there, Nate and Jess. Okay. All right. Okay, so Nate and Jess are saying I'm kind of eyeing Hilton as my first Amex card. Cool, cool. They have some real good sign-up bonuses with those Hilton cards. The points aren't as valuable, but they're still, I mean, what, 130,000, 150,000. The Aspire card, though, I will say, out of all the hotel cards that are out there, the Aspire card is, in my opinion, it's the best card to get that's out there when it comes to any of the cards. I love Hyatt. I love that Hyatt card. The Aspire card is on another level, and it's a different tier too. It's a $450 annual fee card, but the benefits that you get on that card are just, you can't compare those to anything else that's out there. You get diamond status. You're getting a card that will give you the top tier elite status at the hotel. You don't get that with any other card that's out there. So, yeah, that is a very, very strong card. One of those cards that you want to look at if you are interested in staying at Hilton properties. And it's one of the, I know in the future I will get that card. I'm really fine right now with Hyatt, but in the future I will jump over to Hilton. Looking at all the different brands that are out there, Hyatt is number one for me. I've stayed at some Hilton properties. Some of them were, they were just okay. Some of the Hilton properties, or at least one of the Hilton properties that I stayed at recently, was just an amazing hotel. So I do have it on my radar. And the fact that you can just get a card and get diamond status, that's powerful. And the reason that it's really powerful is the fact that I can status match with some of the other hotel chains, and I don't need to have that many stays, right? All I need to do is get the card, and now I'm up there. I get the card, I'm up there at the top of Hilton, and if I want to get at the top of Hyatt, I can do a status match. Hyatt will say, sure, come on in, stay 9 nights, and then we'll give you, this status for the rest of the year. And now I'm at globalist status at Hyatt and top tier status at Hilton, and I don't have to do anything with Hilton. I can stay at Hilton every once in a while, but I'm still going to maintain that diamond status, and then I can work on some of these other hotel brands and get my status with them. So really, really a powerful card. I'm almost talking myself into signing up right now, but yeah, it's definitely worth considering. All right, let's see. Jeremy James, I've got 3 Chase personal cards, and I have 1 business card in the last 3 months. I'm looking at getting 2 more Chase business cards. How long should I wait? Let's see. There's no set time, and I tell people the kind of the routine that I go. The kind of the way that I look at things. I only get cards when I really need them or really think that I need them. So if I have a big trip that I'm planning, let's say 6 months out, and I'm looking at my points, and I'm thinking, wow, you know what, I could use some more points for this trip, then I'll consider getting cards. But on average, I'm usually doing it every 3 to 4 months, probably more like 4 months, I'll get a new card. You're at what you said, the last 3 months. You got 1 business card in the last 3 months. Yeah, at this point, I would be looking. If I needed to get a card, I wanted to get a card, I would be looking at this point to get another card. That's just me. That's the way I work. But there's no set way to do it. You just don't want to get too many cards like in a month. I think you can only get 2 Chase cards in a month. So there are some limitations. So you do want to make sure that you don't go over that. But 3 to 4 months, I think, is probably a good number there. Explore Informed. In July, I paid a resort fee of $50 per night at the Marriott here in Texas. May have rather had roaches. Yeah, I'm telling you, and the resort fees, that's another thing. I mean, all the different fees, right? The resort fees are, I remember, I went to college in Las Vegas. I went to UNLV, and that was before they really started pushing these resort fees. And so it's nice. It was nice to just go there and just hang out, and even when I went to college out there, but we would still go to the hotels every once in a while and just book a night at the hotel. It's very like if we're gonna have a party, um, it makes sense to go to one of the hotels and have the party. And so we would book the nights at the hotel and have a good time, but they didn't have resort fees back then. Or at least not, most of the properties didn't have these resort fees. And parking fees, like they have parking fees now. At a lot of the hotels in Vegas, they have parking fees. So you go, you park there, and you got to pay a fee. It's amazing to me. Not just there, not just in Las Vegas. I went to VidCon, so the video conference, like the big video conference for YouTubers and all people, content creators. And I went there. I was just there a couple weeks ago, and I stayed at a Hyatt place right by Anaheim Convention Center. So I stayed at a Hyatt place, and all the hotels in the area, it's the same thing. They're charging $21 a day to park. $21 a day. So I used points to stay at Hyatt, but I still had to pay for parking. And then, like I told you, or like I said prior, I said this in another video, when I checked out, so they told me, so I asked them, how much for parking? And I think it wasn't 21, it was $22. $22 for parking. Okay. So I get my bill, they slide your bill underneath the door, so they slid my bill underneath the door, I pull up the bill, and it's like $25. And I'm thinking, $25? They told me $22. Okay, well, maybe that's just tax, right? So I'm looking at the different little things on there. There's no tax, like there's no like state tax on there. It's saying like some transient something fee, and then there was another fee. So one fee was whatever, like $2, and then the other fee was like 60 cents or something like that. And so they're both fees. And I'm thinking, what are these fees? They didn't tell me anything about these fees. It would be nice if you go to the hotel and they say, and you ask how much parking, okay, it's $25 for parking. I get it. Or if they tell me it's $22 plus tax, okay, I understand that. But then when you look at your bill and you see these different fees, it's like, come on. They're just nickel and diming people. Everyone that goes in there, I mean, the fact that you have to pay you're staying at the hotel and you have to pay $25 to stay there, like to park there. Yeah. Not to mention that room that night was going for, and granted it's VidCon, so it's a big video conference. It's a big deal, right? And I'm right there, like in the middle of it. You're paying $25 to park. The rooms were going for $279 a night. So $279 plus $25 to park. Yeah. Do I have to say anything? Yeah, that's crazy. All right. Okay, so Nate and Jess, it says on the Hyatt app that as a World of Hyatt member, any resort fees are waived for members. So I don't pay resort fees at Hyatt. Like I have not paid a resort fee at Hyatt, but I don't know if that is included when you look at. I don't know if it's included when you look at like staying in Las Vegas. Okay, so Hyatt has a partnership with MGM Mirage. So there are a lot of the properties at MGM Mirage, and I think all those properties at this point charge you for parking, and they also charge you a resort fee. So I don't know if they take it off when it comes to that. That's something that maybe someone has had that experience lately. I've only used the Hyatt partnership with MGM Mirage once, and that was before there was no. I think they still had resort fees, but it was before the parking fees. So I don't know if that ties in. And now that I'm thinking about it, I did get the resort fee waived, and that was when I was in Kauai. So my last trip in Kauai, I stayed at the Grand Hyatt, and I remember her telling me, "Oh yes, you use points. I used points to book it," and she said that they're going to waive the resort fee because I used points. So that was great. So not only did they reserve not only did they waive the resort fee, but then they upgraded me to this beautiful suite. So that was an amazing night there. Okay, Iris, let's see. I'm a Hilton person. I have complimentary gold status because I am an Amex Platinum holder. The host keeps flaunting Hyatt property, so I'm forced to explore the chain next adventure. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I don't know. I like Hyatt. I just do. You should try it out. I think you'll be pretty satisfied. The only real downfall of Hyatt at this point is they're not everywhere. Like Hilton is everywhere. I could find a Hilton property pretty much all over the country, all over the world. But Hyatt, they lack, especially in other countries. You're going to find they're most major cities in other countries will have a Hyatt, but you don't have a big selection. Whereas like Hilton, you might have different selection. Garden Inn, regular Hiltons, you have more of a variety. But when it comes to Hyatt, you're kind of limited. Some of the places I like to frequent, Columbia is one. They only have one Hyatt property in Columbia. So, yeah. HD chilling. What's going on, brother? What is going on, man? Good to see you in the room. So I think, are you still in, I think you're in Mexico, or at least you were in Mexico for a while. So hope everything's good out there, man. I know you'll be going to Colombia soon. So yeah, that'll be nice, man. That'll be nice. I'll be in there. I'll be in Colombia in October. So if you're gonna be out that way, let me know. Okay, Ben, what's going on? I agree. Let's see, I agree. Hyatt probably my favorite chain, but doesn't meet my heavy business travel needs with regards to the number of locations. Okay, so Ben's saying that exactly. Yeah, they're not all over. So that is one thing that I don't like about Hyatt, but when you can find one, they're very nice. Okay, Ben saying, was at the Grand Hyatt Kauai. I've heard really good things about the hotel. Yeah, that was the Grand Hyatt in Kauai. It was an amazing, that was a nice hotel. Just walking into the hotel, and I have footage. I'm doing this tonight. I'm gonna sit down and go over all my footage. I haven't gone over all my footage from Hawaii because I got back. When I got back, that I was really jumping on. July 4th is when I said, I'm doing a video a day. That's it. We're doing daily videos. I'm Casey Neistat or whatever. So that's when I started it. So it was going to be either a live stream or a video that I put out every day. And so from that point, I haven't really had time to like go through all my Kauai video and my Hawaii videos. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to start going through those videos, and I'm going to start pulling out and doing some new videos and showing you guys the different properties and places that I've stayed when I was in Hawaii. But yeah, that Grand Hyatt is a beautiful hotel because when you walk in, and in Hawaii they have a lot. You're not like indoors. There's a roof over the top, but you're kind of outdoors. If you know what I mean. If you guys have gone to Hawaii, you'll know what I'm talking about. Even when you're at the airport. At the airport, there are very few places where you're like completely enclosed. Usually you have like open air kind of feel. And so you walk into the front doors of the Grand Hyatt, and when you look out, you can see like there's this big, man, I'm bad when it comes to architecture and stuff, so I'm really gonna butcher this stuff. But basically when you walk in, you see this big, it looks like a window, but it's just open. And that's where they have like they'll have like live band playing and stuff like that. And then when you look off past that, you see the beach and you see the beautiful sky, and that's right when you walk in. You have this big view. It's man, it's just amazing. And like I said, I got in there. It's an older hotel, but they keep it up. And that's one of the things. Like I stayed at the Garden Inn in Kauai, and it's not kept. It's not well kept. Like it's an older hotel, but it's not. They didn't keep it up, so it's very old and not modern at all. So that was my experience there. But at the Grand Hyatt, yeah, it was an amazing experience, and they upgraded me to this really nice room. And so, like I said, I have footage of it, so I'm going to go over and pull up all that video and just kind of talk about it. It was nice in the grounds. You just go out. You're right on the water anyway, and I had my room faced the ocean, and so sunrise. You could see sunrise from my window, from my balcony. So I could just open up the blinds. The blinds roll up like it's electronic. So you just hit the button, the blinds open. So you can close the blinds down, go to sleep, and then when I woke up in the morning, I just the blinds come open, and I can watch the sunrise. Man, it was amazing. Now, I use points. 25,000 points is what I used for a standard room, which was going for about $630 on at the time. The room that they upgraded me to was $1,800 room, so $1,800 a night. Yeah, that I'm not paying that. I didn't even want to pay the 600, so I didn't even pay the 600. What am I saying? I used 25,000 points. But you see what points can get you. For cash. Yeah, $600 would be tough, but I can never see myself paying $1,800. So yeah, the only reason they upgraded me, I had status. I didn't have the top status. I was an explorist, not a globalist at Hyatt, and I think using points has a lot to do with it too, because they know if you're using points, then you've made a commitment with Hyatt, right? So. I think that says a lot too. And when the lady, I actually have the video of her like going, me talking with her and all that stuff. I want to put something together with that, but I'm just gonna like blur her out. I don't want to. I mean, you're working. I don't want to be putting you out there like that. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna find a way to do that and just kind of put that out there, just so you can see kind of the back and forth. But she had to go back and talk with someone, manager probably, and then come back, and then she gave me the room. And it was amazing. Okay, all right, let's move on. Okay, guys, so if you're in here right now, please, if you have not done so, please hit the like button. We're looking good with likes, but please continue to hit the like button. We're trying to get up to 50. We're at about, 35 now? I finally figured out how I can pull up all the stuff so I can see everything that's going on as far as the likes and all that. I can always see the view count, but I wasn't able to pull up the likes before. So now I can really see and monitor like the likes, as well as new members. We need to, if you guys are new here, please subscribe to the channel. Please do so, so we can get more subscribers. We are on a road right now, a road to 10,000 subscribers by December 28th. So we have a few months to go, and we can do it. We can definitely do it. I've been getting some really good response when it comes to subscribers. So we're really trying to promote that more. So we'll have that by the end of the year. And you say, why 10,000? Why do you want 10,000 subscribers? Well, 10,000 subscribers puts you at another level when it comes to YouTube. Just so you guys know how it kind of works. When you hit your 1,000 subscribers, and then you get the 4,000 hours of view, or 4,000 hours of watch time. Then that's when you're able to monetize, which means you're able to make a little bit of money on advertisements. So that's one plateau. So you hit the 1,000. Now, when you hit 10,000 subscribers, then it puts you on another level where now you're able to sell like merchandise and stuff like that, which I'm not interested in doing that. But they also open up workshops for you. So if you want to learn more about how to make YouTube videos, they open that up, because in some of the major cities, like Los Angeles is one, they have YouTube space, and a YouTube space is basically a studio. It's a YouTube studio that you can go in, you can shoot your videos there, you can do collaborations there, and they have workshops going on all the time. And these workshops help you be a better YouTuber. And you have to have 10,000 subscribers in order to do that. So my goal is, I'd like for our channel to hit 10,000 subscribers at that point. Then we can start the year off right, where I'm getting all the information and the knowledge that I need in order to make better videos, as well as do collabs. I do all this stuff from my residence, okay? The live streams and the videos that I shoot. So it might be a little uncomfortable, like to have a collaboration this way, but it's easy if I can rent, and you don't even have to rent out of space. If you have 10,000 subscribers, you have access to the studio. So I can just set it up, reserve a date, say, hey, come on down, whoever it is, and then we can sit down in studio and do some stuff, live streams as well as some collab videos. So just some stuff that I'm working on, and I'm just hoping that we can go ahead and come together and get this 10,000 subscribers, so we'll be able to do that. All right, let's go ahead and move on here. All right, stayed at the Grand Hyatt in DFW with a runaway view, or with a runway view, the runway view, amazing place with awesome staff. Yes, it's great, man, it's great. That's Shamrock saying that. I've stayed at a Hyatt Regency. There's a Hyatt Regency right on, pretty much on the airport, like it's not on the grounds, but it's right outside of the airport in Los Angeles, LAX airport. Very, very nice view. And I've stayed there twice, actually. And you're right, you're right on the airport. If you look out your window, you can see the planes coming in and out, and you can see the tarmac and see all the airplanes there. So it's pretty crazy. But what I do from time to time, just so you know, why is he staying at the Hyatt Regency in Los Angeles if he lives nearby? There are certain situations. I live about 45 minutes outside from LAX. And so if I have a free night, or if I want to use points, stay there the night before I fly out. It's just very, very convenient because I can get there and just kind of relax and stay the night, get up in the morning, especially if I have an early morning flight. I don't have to worry about traffic or anything. Go down to the hotel lobby, jump in the shuttle. The shuttle will take me right over there to the airport, and then I can fly out from there. They also have deals where they will hold your car, or you can park your car there. So you can park your car, let's say if you're going for 5 days or 6 days, you park your car at the Hyatt Regency, and they will keep your car there, and then you go ahead and take your trip, then come back, and then they'll have your car for you. You can avoid having to pay the extra fee. Like if you want to do long-term parking at LAX, I think it's like $16, $17 a night. I think it's still around that. It might be even a little bit higher. But that's another option. You stay at a Hyatt, then you don't have to do that. Okay. Where are we? David, TEC for president. Thanks, David. Yeah, I'm worried about the channel first. I'm not worried about being president. This is a lot of work right here. Okay, Shamrock. Only reason I'm loyal to Marriott is because, like Walgreens, I can find a Marriott property just about everywhere. Yeah, cool. Yeah, Walgreens or 7-Eleven, every corner. Yeah, so and that means a lot. It does. It definitely does. And I think that is one of the major drawbacks of Hyatt is you can't find them everywhere, and that might be frustrating to some. Now I have my second option. My second option is usually Airbnb, depending on where I'm traveling to. Because certain places. And I'll speak for Colombia, like I keep talking about Colombia, but I do go there frequently, 2, maybe 3 times a year. Like that's kind of my routine. But staying in Colombia in an Airbnb, I'm looking right now. I'm going in October, so I'm looking at the Airbnbs right now, $30 a night, $35 a night, the entire apartment. And these are like super hosts, so these are like people who are well established. They're not just like any random. These are people who they run it. It's always available, or it's an Airbnb specifically for, or the apartment is specifically for Airbnb. It's not where it's like, okay, well, it's off and on. These are like super hosts that they do that all the time, so they have a lot of experience, and you don't have to worry about them canceling at the last minute and stuff like that. They have a good history. But anyway, $30 a night, $35 a night, you're not going to get that in a hotel. That's for sure. Even in Colombia, some of the hotels probably run about $50 to $60 a night for like a lower end hotel. But if I can save, if I'm paying $35 a night or $30 a night to stay at Airbnb, have all my amenities plus washer dryer, yeah, it makes sense. Okay. And prior to this, I wasn't even thinking about Airbnb. I was Hyatt all the way. I wanted Hyatt property. I wanted to stay there. But since they didn't have them, I didn't have that option. And rather than stay at another hotel chain, I said, yeah, let me try Airbnb. I tried it and I'm sold. I'm sold on it. I really am. All right. Okay, guys. Let's see. Please keep hitting the like button. If you have not hit the like button, please do so. So as you come in the room, please just click on that like button so we can pull some more people in. All right. And David saying, let's see, did I see that part? Oh, I missed a couple here. Okay, so Julio saying Hyatt is nice. Also love Dallas rail system, very convenient. Cool, cool. And David saying Marriott is best. Resort fees are no big deal. They can be. Some of them are pretty pricey. The whole thing about resort fees, and this is just, yeah, David, you're correct. There's some resort fees aren't that they're not that bad, but some of them can be pretty pricey. And then when you start thinking about it, I don't use all the things that their resort fee is paying for. Like I very rarely go in a pool. I use the internet, yeah, but there are a lot of things that are at the hotel. The gym, yeah, I probably don't go to I don't go to the gym very often when I'm on vacation. So there are a lot of different things that I might not use, but you still have to pay. The resort fee covers all of that stuff. So that's just something. That's one of the things. Yeah, I do kind of have an issue with resort fees because you're not really using everything. Okay, Casey, what's going on, buddy? I prefer Hyatt, but use Marriott to fill the rest. Okay, cool. Casey, resort fees. City hotels is PS. Okay. Rolo, what's going on, buddy? And Dolly's saying the 405 is horrible. So that's in Los Angeles. Yes, the 405 is pretty bad. I don't go the 405 route. I actually go to the 605 route. 605 to the 105 to the airport, and it's equally bad. I think the 405 is probably the worst, but yeah, the 105 it can get pretty backed up as well. So it's nice to just be at the airport already and just wake up. You're at the airport. You're not going to miss your flight. You can jump in the shuttle and then get over there with no problem. Okay, Johnny Chingas, thank you for subscribing, buddy. I saw that you recently subscribed. Thank you for joining the channel. Let's see, first time fan here. What was your favorite place in Costa Rica? Ever been to Guatemala? I have not been to Guatemala. In Costa Rica, you know what's funny about Costa Rica? I had a really good time, and I stayed in the capital city, which escapes me right now. I stayed at the high place in the San Jose, right? San Jose, I think. Yeah, so I stayed in the capital, or in the high place there. Great location. Great location in the sense that there was everything there that we needed when we were there. They had a little strip mall, and so we were able to go to little restaurants that they had there. And then they also had a Walmart that was right behind us, so we were able to go to Walmart to get all the little things that we needed. But when I was in Costa Rica, we went everywhere. And all other places, I don't even know where we were because we came in, and I recommend doing this if you're traveling. Usually if you're traveling with other people. If you're traveling solo, you might not want to do this. But and with Hyatt, they do contracts with these drivers. They'll drive you to the airport. They don't have like an airport shuttle. Like some of the Hyatt properties will have an airport shuttle that will take you to and from the airport. They don't have that with the Hyatt in Costa Rica. And so what they would do is they would have this private company that would do those services, and then they would pay them to do those services, I guess. But they also did excursions. And so when we got there, we talked to Hyatt, and they said, okay, yeah, we have a company that can do excursions for you. And so Hyatt is basically just playing like middleman, like, hey, you want to go somewhere? We have this company that can do it. And so we went on an excursion. I can't even remember where we went the first day. But after that, we were there for 5 days total. So the first day we went with this guy, and the second, and after that, I told the guy, I said, hey, look, we want to go here, here, and here. And how much would you charge us for that? And so we worked out a deal. And so every day in Costa Rica, this guy was taking us all over the country. And Costa Rica is a very small country, so we were like driving maybe 3-4 hours to get to, because I'm big on photography. I want to shoot landscape photography and stuff like that. So every day we were going to these different locations, and a lot of them I didn't know. Like we went to Arenal volcano. We went to big waterfalls. I can't even remember the name of the waterfalls. But we were going all over the country. We went to a bridge where they had all these alligators at the bottom of the bridge. And he was just taking us everywhere. Basically, we got to the point after like the second, third, fourth time, like the fourth night, our fourth day, he was just like, okay, and he was all into it too, because he knew that we wanted to take pictures. So he was just like, oh, I could take you here, I could take you here, I could take you here. And he was just taking us to all these different places. And here's where I live. And he's driving by his house. And I mean, he was a real good dude. His name was Martin. Yeah, good dude. Anyway, so we were all over. We were all over the country. So I can't tell you like my favorite. I'll tell you my two favorite places was at Arenal volcano. Even though we weren't able to go up to the volcano, we couldn't get too close to it because it was active at the time. But just beautiful. You come out there and it's just all grass, and then you see this nice big volcano, and yeah, that experience was good. And then they had the waterfalls, and like I said, I can't remember the name of the waterfall, but that was amazing. That was kind of like a park though, like you pay, you go inside, and then you kind of walk down. You can walk down the whole. You start at the top, and then you walk all the way down the waterfall, and it was an amazing site. They have a lot of like, you know, they have the rainforest and stuff like that. So you have a lot of green grass and greenery everywhere. So really beautiful. Costa Rica is a beautiful beautiful country. All right, let's see. Okay. So Braveheart, I just upgraded my Chase Sapphire Preferred to Chase Sapphire Reserve after my first year, and I just got back from my family vacation as well. Cool, man, cool. So good to hear that you were able to upgrade that. So for those who don't know, if you get a Chase Sapphire Preferred, you have to have it for 1 year, and I recommend waiting. And I don't know if Braveheart did this, but waiting past the $95 annual fee rate time. If you wait past that and then call them right after that and say that you want to upgrade, then usually they'll credit that $95. But you want to wait just a little bit. You don't want it to look like, and I say wait, and you might have to wait. It might be year to the day, so you might actually have to wait. And then once that hits, then tell them that you want to upgrade. But yeah, that's definitely a way to go. Okay, we got a new subscriber, Jesus. What's going on? Jesus Christ. I said, Jesus. Jesus Christ, thank you for subscribing. All right, here we go. Okay, so yeah, good to hear that you're able to get the Chase Sapphire Reserve, man. You'll enjoy the card. It's a great card to have. Okay. Julio, okay, you're talking to Braveheart. Iris, I'm in Hawaii for work. I've been here since January. Wow, cool. I'm leaving in November. I have I have a wonderful Airbnb on the right. This thing keeps moving. Every time it moves, I'm reading, and then every time somebody writes something, it bounces up, so I lose my place. Okay, right on the shore of the South Pacific. It is hosted by a superhost. Cool, man, cool. So cool, Iris, that's nice. That is really nice. You're working, but you're working for it's from January to November in Maui. Not bad, not bad. Let's see, Braveheart. Oh, we'll fly. Let's see. Let's see. Braveheart said, I called. They transferred a credit from the British Airways card because I had to be $10,000 credit. Oh, okay, cool. Yes. So those of you who don't know, you might not know. So you need to have like a credit limit of at least 10,000 in order to qualify for the Chase Sapphire Reserve. So you might be in a situation where, let's say you have the Chase Sapphire Preferred and they approve you for, I'm just throwing out a number, but 8,000. So you have 8,000 on that card. And then you have, in his case, he had the British Airways card, so he had a credit limit on that card. So they can transfer credit over, if it's all in the same ecosystem, transfer some credit over, just so allow you to get at least 10,000 in credit. So like a credit limit of at least 10,000, so you can get that, qualify for the Chase Sapphire Reserve. It's good to know, Braveheart, that they're working with you when it comes to that, and they let you know, okay, this is what you need, because you might be in a situation where you have that Chase Sapphire Preferred and you want to get to that Chase Sapphire Reserve, but you don't have enough available credit, so they'll fine tune it so you can get that. Rafa, what's going on? Let's see. I am not first. I am not last. But let's see. When TC's live stream, I click really fast. Cool, man. Cool, Rafa. Appreciate you stopping by, man. All right. Let's see. I had the Chase Sapphire Preferred for over a year prior. Okay, cool. Okay, so you already had it. So you had it for past a year. Okay, so we gave that thanks out there. Okay, and then Braveheart saying he did wait till after it hit. Okay. Call the week after. Life for Business. Let's see. What do you think about the combo of the Chase Sapphire Reserve and the Amex Blue Cash Preferred card? See, now, when you have combos of two different ecosystems, I'm not really a big fan of that. It's good to have two different ecosystems, but built up. So have Chase, have a few cards with Chase ecosystem, and then move into American Express and have a few cards in American Express ecosystem and work it out that way. But having them saying, what do you think about this combo? You have points that you can't use together. There are different ways that you can work it, though. I mean, you can always do a one-way ticket, right? So if I want to do a flight, I can do a one-way ticket using United, like Chase, using Chase, fly United one way, and then my return flight use, let's say if I had the Amex Gold, use that ecosystem to fly back. So that is an option. That's something that you can do. But for the most part, I like to build up an ecosystem first and then work on another ecosystem. I don't like to kind of split them. Okay. All right, guys. Any other questions? Please put them in the chat. Please put them in the chat. All right. We have 39 likes. Please hit the like button so we'll get up to 40. I'd love to hit 50, but 40 is great. So please, if you're in the room and you have not hit the like button, please do so at this time. And also, if you are new here, please subscribe to our channel. Jesus Christ just subscribed, so please consider subscribing to the channel, and we'll give you a shout out in the show. And yeah, we just got up to 40 likes, so thank you very much. So please, if you are still in here and you haven't hit the like button, please do so. And the reason that I'm saying that, hit the like button, the more likes we get, the more they promote the live stream. The more they promote the live stream, the more people come in. The more people will come in the future, because when we do the rebroadcast, they will promote it out more too if there are more likes. So that's where we're going when it comes to the likes. If you want to support me, you want to support the channel and what we do here, just hit the like button. That's all you have to do. It's free to do that. It's free to subscribe to the channel, so you can subscribe and then you'll know when we put out future videos. All right. And there'll be a video every day, so you don't want to miss that. All right. Okay, come to Jerusalem. All right. I have not gone to Jerusalem yet. All right. Let's see here. Thank you, brother. Jonathan Garcia, what's going on? When you book flights with United using miles, can you pay with a combination of both miles and credit card? Well, I don't know if they do. I don't think they do they don't have like a points plus cash unless you go through no, I don't even think you can do it that way. My advice to you is if you want to do that, you want to do like points and cash, the easiest way to do that is probably doing 2 one-way tickets. So your flight up, pay, use points. Your flight back, pay cash. Usually, I'm just using points. I very rarely will do the one way that way, or I haven't even checked into can you use a little bit of points and then some cash. So I don't think they break it down that way. Some hotel chains will do that. Hyatt will do that. You can use points plus cash with Hyatt. But when it comes to airlines, to my knowledge, I don't think you can do that. Like I said, the workaround, book a one-way ticket. So let's say I want to fly to New York. I book a one-way ticket to New York. I use points for that flight up, and then on the way back, I pay cash for that flight. So that's a way you can work around it. Do you have to pay, or do you have to have enough miles for the whole trip? Yeah. So, and if you do, like Jonathan, if you do try to do a round trip and you don't have enough miles, and obviously they will let you know you don't have enough miles to book this flight. And that's why I like the Chase ecosystem and getting a card that fits that ecosystem. So instead of me saying, oh, you know what, I like American Airlines, let me get the American Airlines AAdvantage card, where I don't really have a way to use those points with the ecosystem, or top off those points with the ecosystem that I have. So because I chose United, and United happens to be a partner with Chase, now all those ultimate reward points that I have, let's say I have right now, I'll tell you right now, I have 40,000 points in my United account. Okay, so I'm booking a trip to Colombia. I'm going to use United. And let's say I want to fly business class. I already know this stuff in my head because I've done it before, but it's going to be 70,000 points. So it'll be 70,000 points. I only have 40,000. So what can I do? I have points in my Ultimate Rewards program. I can transfer 30,000 over to my United account, and then I can, top it off, I guess you could say, and then I can fly. I can book my flight. So I already know that going in. That's what I'm going to need to do. But if you don't have another avenue to get points in there, then you're either going to have to do one thing, you're going to have to pay for the points if you want to do that. And usually when you pay for the points, you're not getting the best value, so you're going to be paying a little bit extra to get those points to top off. So you'll have to pay for the points, or you'll have to do, like we said, kind of half and half, or one-way trip up, use points for the trip up, and then pay cash for the trip back. So those are kind of your options, but it's great when you have an ecosystem that all works together. So if I have United points, I still have an opportunity to transfer points from another account. So just something to think about. You have to plan all this stuff out, because you don't want to be, and when I first started, like I told you, I got the wrong cards. Like earlier in this video, I was talking about how I got some of the wrong cards. The City card was not the card that I should have gotten at the time. And then I realized, I got the City card, the City Premier card, and then I got, at one point, yeah, I was in that City ecosystem, because I got the City card, and then I got the Advantage card, the City AAdvantage card. And then City does promotions too. So for those of you who don't know, if you have City credit cards, they will shoot out these promotions, these bank accounts. Actually, Chase does it too. Sign up for a bank account, do these 3 little steps, and then we'll give you 50,000 points towards your Advantage account. So I would do that from time to time. You get extra points for that. So that was good. And all you need to do is like transfer 1,000 points over there, or $1,000 over there, and then do some bill pay and stuff like that. And then you'll get the 50,000 points or the 60,000 points. So yeah, it worked out. But I should have just gone straight to the Chase ecosystem. But you want to have cards that work together. You don't want to have cards that don't work together, because then it's okay if you have a strong ecosystem. Like, give you an example. What I have right now with Chase, that's a pretty solid ecosystem. The United Explorer card, the business version, the World of Hyatt card, the Chase Sapphire Reserve. I have the Chase Sapphire Preferred, but I don't even use the card anymore. I have all 3 Chase Ink cards, and that's a solid ecosystem, a Chase ecosystem, right? And if I want to now jump over to American Express, it's fine, because I have a solid ecosystem. Now I can build up the American Express ecosystem and get a few cards with American Express. And now I have 2 strong ecosystems, so anywhere that I want to fly, I have a variety of different transfer partners that I can utilize. So just that's the way you should think about it. Okay. Okay, Shamrock said, just smash the like button. Thank you for doing that. Okay, here we go. So Shamrock saying America needs to ink a deal with someone as a transfer partner. City and American both need some positive news. Yeah, yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. This would be a win-win for them. At least people would start to look at them. Yeah. When you say American, are you talking about American Airlines? Or are you talking about American Express? Yeah, I think maybe you're talking about American Airlines. All right, Johnny Chingas, what are your thoughts on Thailand? I'm thinking Burma. Now, I have never been to Burma. I like Thailand. I did like Thailand, although the food wasn't what I expected. It was, I don't know. I just didn't, the food wasn't good to me. It was just different. But I liked it. I liked being in Thailand. Thailand's very affordable and nice. The most beautiful beaches I've ever seen in my life. I was in Phuket. So I was in Phuket the whole time. It was about 11 days. And had a really amazing experience. Beaches are beautiful. Like I said, you go to the different islands. You go on these excursions. They take you to all these different islands. And man, it was a nice, just a nice, beautiful scene every time we went to all these different places. And they have these little things, what do they call those boats? Longtail boat or something like that. And they take you out, and you can rent those. They're really, really reasonable. Like, maybe $10, $15, and they'll just take you out, and it's just you in the boat. You and me and my buddy were in the boat, and they would just take us out to different places. So great experience. I had a really good time in Thailand. All right, let's see. I would recommend it. At least if you're going out that way, you want to at least stop in Thailand. Okay. Jonathan Garcia, thanks. Just got the Hyatt card with your recommendation for one of the other from one of the other live videos. We'll be downgrading the Sapphire Preferred as I see more value long term with Hyatt free nights. Cool, cool. All right. And Shamrock has a question. Let's see. It's interesting that you mentioned the city bonuses. I just got the 60,000 AAdvantage miles from opening a checking account and funding it with $500 easy. Yeah, Shamrock, they have those deals all the time with Citi. And I haven't gotten them lately. I still have the Citi AAdvantage card, but I had the Citi Premier card. I think I was maybe targeted because of that. I don't know exactly how I was targeted. But anyway, they would send me this at least twice a year. And I was able to do it twice a year, where they would send me this and I can just go ahead and open up an account. And that's what I would do. Just open up the account, do a couple of bill pays, and they tell you have to spend a certain amount of money in a certain amount of time. Go ahead and do that. And then I get the 60,000 points or 50,000 points. So it's a good way to get points without having to get another credit card. Okay, so and then Braveheart's just talking about don't downgrade. So don't downgrade the Chase Sapphire Preferred. Upgrade it, basically upgrade to Chase Sapphire Reserve. I don't know everyone's situation. That's why I didn't really comment on that as far as downgrading a card. We all have different situations, and maybe it makes more sense for you to downgrade it. If you travel 3 to 4 times a year, you might want to upgrade it to that Chase Sapphire Reserve. The main reason is you want to have that lounge access, and you'll have lounge access, plus you'll get the $300 travel credit. And that $300, I know the annual fee is $450, but you're going to get a $300 travel credit, so that will soften some of that $450, and then you'll have $150 where you'll have to see if you can get value with the with what else the card has to offer. And the card has a lot to offer. I mean, you're looking at 3 times, 3 points for every dollar spent at restaurants, 3 points for every dollar spent on travel, and then you get the auto rental insurance. So if I rent cars, you use that. It's a primary insurance, so I don't have to get the insurance that they try to push to you when you're at these auto places or these auto rental places, as well as you have the travel insurance. You have some pretty good travel insurance with this card, so you'll get the baggage, or not baggage. Well, yeah, lost or damaged baggage. You get travel insurance for that. You even get emergency medical insurance up to $2,500. So if you break your arm or something like that and you're in another country, then they will cover that cost up to $2,500. Now, I always recommend now going with a third party insurance because it's for medical mainly, because you want to be covered in a case where, God forbid, you get hit by a car or something like that, and you need some real medical treatment. And you might be in a country where they can't provide that medical treatment that you need, and they need to move you to a country that has more modern hospitals. So that's a lot of money right there, as well as it's going to cost a lot for them to do whatever they need to do to stabilize you or what have you. So credit cards aren't going to cover all that. They'll cover some, but they're not going to cover, like I said, $2,500. $2,500 doesn't go very far when it comes to medical stuff. So if you do have a third-party travel insurance that will cover all the things that we talked about, so your bags, trip delay, trip cancellation, covers all that. Plus, it's going to cover your medical emergencies, and if you need to be medically medical evacuation, or if they need to fly you out of the country to a nearby country that has the proper hospitals to treat you, they can do that through your insurance. So always something to think about. And I will admit, in the past, I never really thought about it. Like, I would travel to all these different countries, and your medical insurance that you have in the U.S., like my medical insurance in the U.S., it's not going to cover me when I'm in another country. And when you're in another country, they need the money right there. They're not going to wait. They're not going to do, okay, well, yeah, you can pay us in payments, because they know when you get back to the U.S., there's no real incentive for you to continue to pay, right? So it's not going to mess your credit up. Like, the credit is not worldwide. Credit is U.S. We have our own credit system, and then you have credit systems all over in other countries. So if I don't pay it, what's the collections is going to come after me? No, it doesn't work that way. So you want to have that medical insurance, like emergency medical insurance. So I always advise paying it. It's like $40 or $50. Pay that $40 or $50 and get one of these third-party insurance, some third-party insurance. That way you have that peace of mind. So when you go out and you travel to these different countries, you can just relax and not be afraid of, if something does go down, how am I going to take care of myself, or how, financially, how am I going to take care of it? All right. Okay. All right. And Julio, Jonathan, it's better you leave the Chase Sapphire Preferred open. That way you can transfer points to Hyatt. Yes, that's another good point, too, that Julio's bringing up there as far as transferring your points. It's like getting the sign-up bonus twice a year without having to open a new card. Yeah, so that's what Shamrock's saying when it comes to the city cards and when they offer those promotions, the 50 and 60,000 point promotions just for opening up a bank account. And Chase, like I said, Chase has it too. I just got one in the mail today for a business checking account. They're saying open up a business checking account, fund it with this amount of money, and then do these little steps, and then you can get, I think it was up to $300 of value. So it'll be 30,000 points is what I can get. So I don't know why I never jumped on that one. I need to look into that more. And I mean, I have a business, so I can do it. So I need to look at that just to get those points, and then have that account too. All right. Okay, let's move on down. Julio. Let's see. Shamrock has, and they're just asking about how long it took to get the miles. Vito, what's going on, buddy? First time, I think it's the first time I've ever seen you here. Thank you for stopping by, Vito. Let's see. If you have had a Chase card, just lost my place. If you had a Chase card for 2 years, let's see. If I had a Chase card for 2 years, do I cancel it and reopen it to receive the welcome bonus again? No. Yeah, you don't want to cancel it. And you have a Chase. What card do you have too? That would be important to know. Yeah, you don't want to cancel it, and you might want a product change. So keep the card, product change to something else, and then you can reapply. Let's say, okay, you have the Chase Sapphire, excluding Chase Sapphire Reserve. So let's say you have the Chase Sapphire Preferred. I think this will work. You guys have to, I've never done this before, so I'm just thinking off the top of my head, but let's say you have the Chase Sapphire Preferred, you product change, so you transfer it down to a Chase Freedom card, and then 2 years later, you want to get the Chase Sapphire Preferred again. Actually, you can't even get the Chase Sapphire Preferred. So how can we work this? You can't have the Chase Sapphire Preferred and Chase Sapphire Reserve. So it would depend on what card you have, but product change a card, and then I think you do have to wait the 24 months, and then you can sign up for that same card again and get the sign-up bonus. But Chase Sapphire Preferred excluded, because if you have the Chase Sapphire Reserve, you're not going to be able to get it. If you don't have that Chase Sapphire Reserve, then yeah, I think it would work. Okay, I want the Chase Sapphire Reserve, but I can't give up my Ritz-Carlton card. If the Chase Sapphire Reserve ever gets the $100 Visa Infinite domestic discount, then I'll switch. Until then, I gotta hold on to the Ritz card. Okay, all right. Let's see. David saying, please like the stream. Yes, please do so. Please give us a like here so we're almost there. We need 7 likes to hit 50, and that is the goal for tonight. So please, if you have not hit the like button, please do so. So we can bring more people into the live stream, as well as in the rebroadcast. More people will see it, and then we'll have more people in our next live stream, which will be Monday. So we'll be doing another live stream on Monday. So that's pretty soon. It's in a couple of days. So please, if you have not done so, please hit the like button. We have 7 more to go to hit our 50, our goal for today. And all right, let's go ahead and move on here. The WhatsApp group. Okay, thanks, David, for reminding me. I like David because he always reminds me about these different things. David and Dolly, both of you guys always remind me about things. I really, really appreciate it. So the WhatsApp group. We do have a WhatsApp group. It's about travel award credit cards. It's about travel in general. So we have Flashpoint Capital. He's out in Mexico right now. He's been showing us some footage from Mexico, so that's pretty cool. But it's a good way for us to communicate with each other. And so if you go down in my comment section, go down in the comment section there, you'll see 3 little links. One will be for subscribing to the channel. So please do, if you have not done that, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell notification so you can get to all the updates on any videos that I put out, as well as the WhatsApp group. So the WhatsApp group link, the group link is there. Click on that link. It'll take you to the WhatsApp page. So you have to have WhatsApp. So it's just an app. Just download it. It's a part of Facebook. So download the app, and then you can go ahead and join the WhatsApp group. And understand, I have the WhatsApp group open right now. Okay, open. I'm not charging any fee or anything like that. You can just jump in and be a part of the group. At some point, I am going to close it off for free and then have it as a paid thing. The reason for that is right now I have it open as kind of like a promotion or / beta where I'm getting people in, seeing if it works. At some point I will close it off because we only want to have people who are serious about being in the WhatsApp group on there. So usually if you tie, even if it's a small amount of money, and it'll be small, you tie a small amount of money to it, then the people that are going to get in there, they're going to be serious about having discussions about travel credit cards and travel. So right now we're still going through the testing phase, but at some point we are going to hit a point where it's not going to be free anymore. So the people that come in, you guys are going to be grandfathered in. You're not going to have to ever pay anything to be in there. But there is a little bit of urgency where you want to get in there when you can, when it's free, right? Get the best value, and then you'll be able to be grandfathered in when we really start launching it out to everyone. Okay, so enough about that. Facebook group also, we do have a Facebook group, so the link is there, so click on that link. We have some people in here who are administrators in the Facebook group, and they will accept you right away if you go in there. Facebook group is good for like searching. Some people like Facebook. I like Facebook, but I like WhatsApp better because WhatsApp, you can talk to me directly. You have a question, you can hit me up directly. Like it's a giant group text. Just think of it that way. That's the way it works. So if you want to hit me up offline, like no, you're not in the group, you just want to send me a text privately, you can send me a text privately. You can send text to the group. I do a lot of talk to chat like thing where I just talk about different things. I don't know, it works for me. I talk a lot faster than I type. So it just works. If you have a question, then I can just hit the button, the talk button, and just tell you what I think about different things. But it's definitely a good place to get information out very fast and get responses very fast. Because I'm always on my WhatsApp. I'm not necessarily always on. I'm not always on Facebook. I go on Facebook every once in a while. Okay, let's see. Okay, so Braveheart's in, from what I know, and I don't. When he raised that question about the Visa Infinite card, if it's an Infinite card, I would think the same, that it would have all the same benefits that any Infinite card would have, because that Infinite name is the Visa Infinite. They have a certain amount of benefits and stuff that they provide for all of their cards. So yeah, Braveheart's just saying, from what I know, the Chase Sapphire Reserve is a Visa Infinite card and does behave the $100 Visa discount when you call upgrade. Yeah, so I think they do have the same benefits. So that's something that you'll have to do some research on. It is a Visa Infinite card, I know that, because I have it, and it says it on the Chase Sapphire Reserve card. So, all right, Jessica, when I transfer my Chase points to Hyatt, is it instant? Or it was instant. God, sorry, Jessica. Yeah, she's saying it was instant. It is. It's pretty fat. Like, I usually, on average, see it happen maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes. By the time I go over, transfer my points from Chase over to Hyatt, go to Hyatt, open up my account, in most cases, it's already there. United seems to be a little bit slower, but when we say slower, it's like 5 minutes. So I have done it with United before, because your routine should be this, and understand this is very, very, very important. When you like, let's say United, for example, if I want to book a flight to United, do not transfer your points over to United until you're ready to book. Okay? So I'll go on United's website, I'll find my flight, have everything set up. So I'll have all the stuff that I want, like the different flight, have everything the way I want it, right? And usually what I do is I kind of go through and I'll just jot down the flight numbers, okay? And then once I have everything and I see how many points it's gonna cost, then I go over to my Chase Ultimate Rewards program. I transfer the points over to United. Usually it takes about 5 minutes. I wait the 5 minutes. I check my account. It's on there. Once it's on there, then I go ahead and book it right there. I don't wait. I book it right away. What you don't want to do is say, okay, I'm going to Colombia, right? I haven't booked my airfare yet, but I'm going to Colombia. I know I'm going in October. Why don't I just transfer? And I told you already, I know how many points it's going to be. It's going to be 70,000 points. I have 40,000 in there right now. I'm going to go ahead and transfer another 30,000. I can do that tonight if I want. That's not the right way to do it, because let's say something changes and I don't want to fly on United, or I'm not going in October. Well, now I have that 30,000 points stuck in United's, the Mileage Plus rewards program. I have them stuck there. You can't transfer them back. Once you transfer them over, you're done. So they're going to sit over there. So now let's say if I wanted to book a couple of nights at Hyatt, and I'm like, wow, I transferred these points over to United. I could have just saved those points and used them with Hyatt. I could have transferred them over to Hyatt instead. So you don't want to transfer them until you're ready to go. When you're ready to do that flight or book that flight, that's when you transfer them over. When you're ready to book that stay at the hotel, that's when you transfer the points over. So don't jump the gun. And one of my first mistakes when I had the City card, the first card that I got 50,000 sign-up bonus. Got that bonus. What did I do? I said, oh, Virgin America. That was the only airline that was in America that I could have used. Not knowing, I didn't know all the different loopholes where you can book on. I can transfer points over to these different airlines that are foreign airline carriers, but still fly in the U.S. because they have partners, right? So I didn't know all that at the time. So I sent my points over, which I thought was the right thing to do, sent it over to Virgin America, lost half the points, had 50,000 points in Citi, transferred them over to Virgin America, had 25,000. Didn't realize that, like didn't know the value of points. Like I just lost half the points, right? Virgin America, they give you a little bit better value with your, well, at the time they gave you a little bit better value with the flights. So I could fly these shorter destinations. This is before I was even considering flying outside of the country. I was just thinking, okay, well, how many points does it take for me to fly up to Washington or to fly to Denver or to fly, these shorter locations to Las Vegas. I used to go to Vegas all the time, so it was one of the things that was kind of my big deciding point. I'm thinking, oh, Vegas points. Okay, how many points do I need? So because of that, I transferred those. I got 25,000 points. I had that sitting in my Virgin America account. Wasn't ready to book a flight. Just transferred them over there. So now what have I done? My points are stuck there. I can't transfer them back. And now I don't have any points I don't have any thank you points left. And so luckily, and I never flew on Virgin America. That's how bad it was. I transferred those points over there, never used them. And what happened? I got lucky because Alaska Airlines, they bought Virgin America shortly after that. And then it took about a year where nothing really happened. I just had those points sitting there, wasn't using them. And then Alaska, they wanted to merge the two programs together, reward programs together. And so what they did is they said, okay, if you transfer your points over, we'll double your points. And so, because like I said, the Virgin America points are pretty strong in the sense that they could take you far you didn't have to use as many points, and you could fly pretty far within the U.S. with where they flew, right? So that's another thing. Virgin America doesn't fly everywhere. So when they allowed me to do that transfer, I did the transfer, doubled my points. So now I'm back at 50,000. I had like 53,000 at that time. And so the good thing about that is that Alaska Airlines, very strong. Their points those points go a long way, and the fact that Alaska Airlines, they have partners, they have other travel partners. So I was able to fly my flight back from Thailand, business class, 50,000 points. So I used the 50,000 for that. So it worked out in the end, but don't do that. Don't transfer your points until you're ready to book. Are you ready to book a hotel stay or book an airfare? Okay. But yes, Jessica, it's pretty fast. Like, if you're ready, that's another thing too. Like, people don't realize how fast it is, so they're thinking, well, I need to have the points there, so let me transfer the points, and then I'll sit down and I'll book everything. No, you can just get everything set up, and you're ready to go. You transfer those points. It's going to be within 5-10 minutes at most where you'll get those points. There's only one time where I actually transferred points over, and for whatever reason it didn't click in, and I didn't get the points. And I actually, this time I waited. It was later at night that I did it, and so I waited till the next morning. Points still didn't show up. I called United and said, hey, I transferred points over from my Chase account, and it's showing my Chase account, points are gone. Got an email confirming that I transferred the points, didn't have anything in my United account. So after I called United, then mysteriously, 5 minutes later, it showed up. So something, got flagged, or they held it off for whatever reason, but then it opened up, so it was fine. Okay, Chase Sapphire Preferred is the worst credit card you can get. So that's David saying that. Yeah, like I said, I talked to Will. And Will's not in the room right now, but we talked about this, and he actually convinced me it's not a bad card to get if you're starting off, because I think the two best beginner cards for the Venture card with Capital One, which I think the Venture card is the best beginner card to get, period. But then the Chase Sapphire Preferred is still a good card. You're in that Chase ecosystem. You get the 60,000 sign-up bonus, which is really good. So you'll get a 60,000 sign-up bonus, and then you can keep the card like Braveheart did. You can keep the card for a year. You have to keep it for a year. So you keep the card for a year, and then after that year, then you can do a product change. Product change to the Chase Sapphire Reserve. And so now you have a sign-up bonus of 60,000. You can product change to the Chase Sapphire Reserve and then use it for travel. The Chase Sapphire Reserve is just better equipped for travel with the lounge access and all that. So if you're one of these people where you're just starting out, you don't really know too much about travel credit cards, you don't feel comfortable paying a $450 annual fee because you don't know how all the credits work and all that stuff, go with the Chase Sapphire Preferred. Get it, and this is one of those things that if you're just starting out, you're probably not going to be using points right away. You might be looking at, oh, okay, I'd like to use points in the future, maybe a year from now. Okay, that's the perfect card to get. Get that Chase Sapphire Preferred because you're in that ecosystem. And the reason that I say that, the reason I keep saying that, the Venture card is a great card to get because you get global entry. You get the $95 annual fees waived for the first year. You get 2 points for every dollar spent on all purchases, so you don't have to think about what categories get what points. It's easy. It's the easiest card to get. The only thing is you're with Capital One. Okay, so they have transfer partners. They do, but you're stuck with Capital One. You can't really. You've taken up a 524 slot with Chase, and you have a card that's in Capital One that you can use only in Capital One. So that could be a down, some people might not like that. Where if you go with Chase, you get the Chase Sapphire Preferred. Sure, it's not the greatest card out there. No, I agree, David, it's not the greatest card out there. But for beginners, it's not a bad option. And then you get the 60,000 sign-up bonus. In the future, you upgrade it to the Chase Sapphire Reserve. You get the Chase Freedom card. If you have a business, get some of the Chase Ink cards, or you go with the World of Hyatt card and the United card, and you have a pretty solid ecosystem. And you get the 60,000 sign-up bonus instead of getting the 50,000 sign-up bonus that you're going to get with the Chase Sapphire Reserve. So just something to think about. And yeah, I'm okay with it. Like before, I would say, oh, I don't really like that card. But seriously, after talking with Will and he brought out some good points, I'm like, it's not a bad card to get. It isn't. And that's the Chase Sapphire Preferred I'm talking about. Okay. David saying Jose has been accepted into the Facebook group. Jose, thank you for joining the Facebook group. Also, another thing about the Facebook group that I didn't mention, referral links. So if you have credit cards already, Travel World credit cards already, we have a section there where you can put your referral link in there. All that we ask is that if you use a referral link, if you put a referral link in there, use a referral link on your next card that you get. And there are a few different links that are in there already. So if you find a card that you're interested in, use that referral link. Also, in my description, on all of my videos in the description, I have some referral links there, so you can check out those referral links. Obviously, it helps the channel. It helps me travel. So when I travel, I share all my experiences with you guys. So use those referral links as well. Usually I have like the Chase Sapphire Preferred. I have that link in there. I have the Chase Ink cards. I have those links in there. So check them out. And World of Hyatt, I believe I have a link for that card in there as well. So use that in the description. It does help us. It helps me as well. Okay. And what do we have here? Was there a question that I missed, Braveheart? How did you get the WhatsApp? Oh, how do you get in the WhatsApp group? Yeah, Braveheart, there's a link in my little the comment section. So if you just drop down right now as you're watching the video, drop down in the comment section, and there'll be a comment, that's a pinned comment. In that comment, there'll be 3 little links, and the WhatsApp group is one of those links. So yeah, just jump in there. Okay, Shamrock, David. This is at David. Okay, so you guys are talking back and forth about those different cards. And, lost my place. Okay. All right, guys, we are at 49 likes. So please, we want to hit 50. So one more like, that's all we need. So if you guys are in here right now and you haven't hit the like button, please do so. So we'll hit 50 likes. And that is going to be the goal right now for every show that I put out, every live stream. Try to hit 50 likes. That way it will promote. YouTube will promote the heck out of it once we hit 50. Oh, we went over 50. We're at 51 now. Thank you guys very much. So, yeah, we're all about promoting. I want to get as many people involved in this whole process as possible. I think the YouTube community, right now we have a very strong community with WhatsApp group and with the YouTube channel, as well as a Facebook group. We have a pretty solid group of people who are interested in travel rewards credit cards and how to travel on a budget. So the more and more people that we bring into this circle, I think the better. And the more likes that we have on these videos, YouTube is going to say, okay, yeah, let's get this out to more and more people. So, and we've been growing fast. Like, I started doing live streams on a regular basis about two months ago. I started doing it on a regular basis. I did some trial in there, like did a few trial streams, and I kind of, every once in a while I jump on. But on a regular basis, I've been doing it for I'd say about 2 months, where I've kind of had a regular schedule of videos, and I've seen the increase. I mean, when we first started, it was like 15 people in the room, 10, 15 people in the room. No one's really talking. Everybody's kind of, doing their own little thing. And then gradually we started to increase, and now every video we hit at least 35, 40 people, every live stream. And then sometimes we'll even jump even higher to like 60 or so. So that's good. That's really good for a community of people who are all interested in travel credit cards. I think it's great. Okay. But I'd love to have more. So yes, please. The more, the merrier. So the more you can get the word out, that's good. If you're in here and you have people that like travel reward credit cards, or people that might be interested in getting travel reward credit cards in the future, share it with them. Share the video after the fact, or share while we're doing the live stream. Hey, guess what? They're doing that live stream, that travel rewards credit card live stream thing. You might want to check it out. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and move on down here. So Shamrock is, let's see, I do have the Amex Gold and the AAdvantage Executive. I don't care for the Amex Platinum. I don't value lounge access like others do. They're a bit overrated in my opinion. Okay, so that's Shamrock saying that. Okay, I guess you guys are going back and forth about different things there, so we'll just go ahead and move on down. As far as lounge access, I value it. Some people don't, yeah, and Shamrock, hey. Yeah, that's cool. If you're not into it, some people don't get to the airport early enough. To be honest with you, like some people get to the airport, they're always late, so you can't benefit from it, right? I personally like to get to the airport early, and I love the fact that I have access to a lounge, especially if I'm traveling and I have a layover. If I have a layover, and I will look at different flights and say, okay, there's a stop on this flight. Let's face it, when you use points, you're usually going to have a layover somewhere. So if I'm using points to fly, I'm going to have a layover, and it might be a layover in Fort Lauderdale, and they don't have a lounge there. And so I'm like, I don't want to go there, so I'll take another flight path, go through Houston, because they have a lounge there, and I know that I might even have a longer layover. It might be 3 or 4 hour layover compared to a 2 hour layover or something in another city, but I'll go there because they have lounge access, and I can just kind of go in there and relax. And we talked about this in our last stream, but any lounge is better than the terminal. I mean, I've never been in a lounge where I said, wow, this is worse than being in a terminal. No, I've never. Even I was sitting in a lounge one day. This is in Los Angeles. It was the Virgin America Lounge, which is now I think it's now the Alaska Lounge, I think. I'm sitting in there relaxing. I got my computer out, laptop out, and there's these guys, and we're probably about 5 feet from each other. So I'm sitting this way, facing this way, and these guys are facing me. And it was a guy and his buddy, and his buddy's just gone. Like, he's just bobbing, like doing all that, drank too much, and he's just, the room is just spinning, right? And so I'm minding my business. They're not loud or anything, but I could just see him just like really messed up. And so I'm typing, and then all of a sudden I just hear, and he just projectile vomit all over the floor. Didn't get on me or anything. But it was one of those deals where he's just throwing up, and he just kept doing it. Like he did it for probably like 2 minutes. And he just kept going. And you're in a situation where like, do I just sit here? Do I just walk away? Like, what do you do if someone's throwing up? You can't help them, obviously. They need to get all that out, right? And so, yeah, I just sat there. And the ladies, the people came in, the people who worked there came in, they cleaned it all up. And yeah, even that experience, I still would prefer being in that lounge over sitting in the terminal. So, believe it or not, yeah. Actually, that Virgin American lounge was a pretty nice lounge, nice and quiet. They had some comfortable chairs and stuff like that. They even had like these little kind of love seat style thing where you can lay down and take a nap if you wanted to do that. So it was a pretty good setup. I haven't been back, so I'm imagining it's Alaska Lounge now, but I haven't been back since then, so I don't know really what the layout is there. Okay. Choco, what's going on, buddy? Let's see, Rolo. Okay, you guys are talking back and forth here. Any questions specifically for me? Just put at TEC. Let's see. Travel points for sale on Amazon, ? Explain. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that question was, Braveheart. Yeah, I don't know. I have prints. I do sell prints. maybe that's what you saw in my description. I sell prints, so I'm a photographer. So I will travel to different countries. I take pictures. Actually, I kind of held off on my prints right now. I need to restock my Amazon account, but I sell prints. So maybe that's what you saw for sale. Maybe I have that. I have that in my description at the very bottom. So maybe that's what it is. Yeah, they are travel print photos. Okay, yeah, that's what it is, Braveheart. Yeah, I'm not selling points. No, okay. Brian's saying, I'm liking the WhatsApp group. We need to start adding more travel pictures to show how we use all those points. Okay, yeah, that's cool. I'm all for that. And when I do get back out to Colombia, that's going to be a little while from now, but when I get back out, I'll post some more pictures. Yeah, I agree with you. More pictures is great. And so if you guys are traveling, show pictures and show a different video of your experience. The great thing about WhatsApp is I don't have to edit anything. I can just kind of turn my phone on, walk around, take pictures, do the live, kind of like, can you do live on there? You can't do live, but you can do like video clips and show the video clips without editing them and stuff. So it's good. Like behind the scenes stuff, which is really good. Okay. All right, yeah, so Nate Jess is saying you made it over 50 likes. No, we made it over 50 likes. This is all about us. And I know sometimes I get caught up and I say, oh yeah, thank you for helping me. No, it's I think as a whole, as a group, this is all about us. And there are a lot of people in this room that are avid travel explorer click watchers, I guess you could say. And Nate and Jess, you're definitely one. I don't want to miss anybody, so I don't want to call out everybody, but you guys know who you are, people that participate all the time in the chat. So it's all about us, and that helps us all out because I have questions all the time, and people let me know about information that I don't know about. Just like I said, this stream that we put on tonight about United and Clear, I didn't know that they had a partnership, and someone brought that to my attention. So I'm learning along with you guys, and I think the more and more people that we have in here, the more dedicated people to the channel, we can help everyone out when it comes to all their different travel needs. Okay. Okay, so you guys are still talking about, okay, we'll keep moving on here. Shamrock, I've been to enough lounges to realize that they aren't what they used to be. Too many kids, folks. Treat the place like a Greyhound bus station, loud talkers, snoring, etc. Yeah, I'll pass. Yeah, but if it comes, and that's Shamrock saying that, if it comes with a credit card, Priority Pass, and Priority Pass lounges, yes, I will admit they're not the best lounges out there. I've been in some really nice lounges, and none of them have been Priority Pass lounges. But it's still, for me, it's still a step up. It's still a step up from the regular terminal. And if you're getting it for free, yeah, I'm good with it. Another thing too, the restaurant credits with the Priority Pass, yeah, that is that is good. I don't think anybody can tell you that. I don't think anybody would turn away that $30 credit or $28 credit, depending on where you go. Yeah, that's a pretty good deal. So at the very least, having the Chase Sapphire Reserve to have that Priority Pass, or having, well, I was going to say the American Express, but the American Express Platinum no longer has a restaurant credit, but Citi still does. So the Citi Prestige card, Chase Sapphire Reserve, they both have that restaurant credit that you can use. So that's good. Let's see. And Shamrock saying lounges are great if you're a drinker. I don't drink, so there is no allure for me. And the hummus crackers and the room temperature soup just isn't my thing either. Okay, Shamrock, you're raising some good points, and I'm not gonna deny the fact that hummus and crackers, they do have that, and they do have that soup, and they have like these packaged snacks that they bought, so it's not like fresh stuff. Depending on where you go, yeah, some of those places, they do have kind of the same random stuff. I always am good with going and getting soda or something like that because they have that. I'm not a big drinker either. I very rarely drink when I travel, so, but I like to have water and stuff like that. You're not supposed to take snacks and water out of the lounge, but come on, we all do it, right? So I might take a couple of waters or take a cans of juice or soda for the road, right? So you're able to do that. There are sometimes where I don't have very much time, so I have to get to my flight, and so I will just go to the lounge, get in there, get some refreshments and stuff like that, and then take off. And usually they'll have like fruit, so they'll have bananas or oranges, or bananas and oranges or whatever. So you can grab some stuff to go. So when you get on the plane, you have some snacks to eat. So. Something else to think about, because some of these flights, man, I flew to Hawaii, no food, no food, and limited snacks, and then they give you like some water or something, right? And that's a 5-hour flight. So, yeah, sometimes you need a little bit extra, and it's better than going to the gift shop or going in the airport and buying stuff, because you have to pay the money. So it's always nice to just be able to go in there and I can get a couple of cans of soda or something like that in the lounge for free. Don't have to pay anything for it, and then get a few snacks so I can have it on the plane, because you can't always rely on these planes having food. And I mean, 5 hours seems like a long flight to not have any like food, and then to come around with snacks. I think they came around twice with snacks. That's a long flight. Okay. Choco's saying, I have 6 credit cards: the Freedom, Chase Sapphire Preferred, Venture One, Navy Federal Visa, Bank of America Visa, Citi Double Cash, Quicksilver, Business Inc. Cash, and I'm at 124. Last card I applied for was a Chase Inc. Cash, June 3rd. Cool. That Chase Inc. Cash is a good card. Yeah, I just hit the sign up bonus on that one. And that's right now, that's kind of one of my favorite cards, just because of the 5-point categories. So what do you recommend for me? That's what Choco's asking. Okay, let's look at this real quick. So you have the Freedom card already. You have the Chase Sapphire Preferred, or maybe you got the. So if I'm reading this correctly, you had the Chase Sapphire Preferred and you downgraded to the Chase Freedom. I'm thinking that's what you're saying. So you had the Venture One card, so that's 0 annual fee on that one. The Navy Federal Visa, I don't know the annual fee on that one. Bank of America Visa, I would start looking at an ecosystem here, because you have 2 cards, you have 2 Chase cards, and so maybe you can build up that ecosystem, the Chase ecosystem, since you have 2 of those already. But you have kind of cards kind of sporadic. That Citi Double Cash, you can also work on a Citi ecosystem, thank you points, because that Double Cash, they're now going to allow you, they haven't put out the value yet, but they're going to allow you to transfer those points up to the Chase, or I'm sorry, the City Prestige, or the City, to the City Thank You points. So the City Premier, the City Prestige, and use those as for transfer partners and for travel. So yeah, you want to work. I personally would work on the Chase ecosystem. You're at 124, right? So you have some slots that are open. You were able to get the Chase Inc. cards. So that means that you have a business of some sort. So Chase Inc. Business Preferred, that could be an option. The reason I say Chase Inc. Business Preferred is because that sign-up bonus is $80,000. That's the highest sign-up bonus that you're going to get now with Chase. So maybe something to consider. And you also have the Chase Inc. Business Unlimited. It's a 50,000 sign-up bonus. You might want to consider that. Being that you're at 124, if you get those the two other Inc. cards, you're not going to increase that 124. You'll still have 124, and then you'll have room to kind of move out. I would look at maybe a hotel branded card, airline branded card that works with Chase. The ones that come to mind, the Hyatt, the World of Hyatt card, United, you can get a United card as well. So that's kind of the way that I would look at it. I would probably work on that business aspect first, though, just because you're not going to use any of your slots, and you'll be able to accrue, what is that, 130,000 points. 130,000 more points just by getting those two cards, the Chase Inc. Unlimited and the Chase Inc. Business Preferred. So something to think about. And also, let's see. So if I'm looking at that right, like you're saying with the finger down, Chase Sapphire Preferred, you downgraded to the Freedom. So you don't have a card right now that will allow you to do the transfer, use it as transfer partners. So getting that Chase Inc. Business Preferred will allow you into the travel partners and the travel portal. So you are going to need to get one of those. If you don't have that Chase Sapphire Preferred anymore, you're going to need to get one of those. And then you could also just jump up and get the Chase Sapphire Reserve too, if that's what you want. Being that you downgraded, for some reason it looks like you didn't want to get the Chase Sapphire Reserve. So because you could have upgraded to the Chase Sapphire Reserve in that situation. But yeah, so I hope that helps. Shamrock, I must be out here in my own, but what don't kids like to have the same appreciation for kids and noise as others? Oh, God, Shamrock. All right, Sin. I must be out there, but I don't even know how to respond to that. So I don't have the same appreciation for kids and noise as others. Yeah, I don't really find a lot of kids, though, in the lounges. Maybe it's just my experience, but I don't really find that many kids in the lounges. Yeah. Let's see here. And David saying Choco, Amex Gold and Amex Platinum. Yeah. And that could be an option too, Choco, to go to Amex Gold, Amex Platinum, if you want to jump into the Amex ecosystem since you don't have any cards yet. But since you have cards to Chase right now, you're going to want to at least, if you don't have the Chase Sapphire Preferred anymore, you're going to want to at least have a card that's in that range, okay? Because that will allow you to use it for travel. If you don't, then you just essentially have cashback cards. Okay. Okay, so Choco's giving us more information there. And you're saying from the Chase Eco. So if you want to go with the Chase Eco, yeah. Get one of those cards. Chase Sapphire Preferred. Well, you don't have that anymore. So the Chase Sapphire Reserve or the Chase Inc. Business Preferred. Julio. Okay, you guys are talking about Amex. Okay, so David's saying that. Yeah, if you want to stick with Chase and get the business cards and Marriott and especially Hyatt. Okay, yeah, I agree with all those. Okay. Jason Lynn, what's going on, buddy? Please make a video on how to use Amex airline credit, gift cards, no lounge trigger. Yeah, I don't have any Amex cards, so I can't really do a video on it. I know that they've kind of clawed back on the credits, but yeah, I'm not the person to do that. Actually, Will Schraub he's done a couple of videos on that. So if you go over to his channel, you could probably find out some information on that. But yeah, I don't have that ecosystem, so I don't really deal with American Express. Let's see here. Okay, Shamrock, let's see. Besides, nothing worse than being at an airport and that has a Centurion Lounge that is in a terminal way opposite of yours. TSA isn't too keen on you being somewhere you're not supposed to be. Yeah, and I've had that experience too. But for me, it's worth it. Yeah, I get it. I get it, Shamrock. I totally understand what you're saying. But if I have it, I'll take the time, especially if I have the time. You're at an airport. You can't go anywhere. You're stuck at the terminal. You get through the checkpoint, just like on my last trip when I flew out to Hawaii. I was in LAX. It took me 25 minutes to walk over to P.F. Chang's to get dinner. But realistically, either I'm going to sit for 25 minutes or I'll walk for 25 minutes. I'm going to be doing one or the other. If I walk for 25 minutes, I get rewarded because I can go get a free meal as opposed to just sitting there at the terminal and waiting for my plane to come in. So I'm not too bothered about, I'm not in a rush when I get to the airport because I can't go anywhere. I'm sitting there waiting for the plane just like everybody else. So I don't mind it, yeah. But I get it. You bring up some valid points. But if you have a card, if you have the Chase Sapphire Reserve and you have that Priority Pass Lounge, in my mind, I'm going to use it. Even if the experience is only a little bit better than the terminal, being at one of the lounges, for me, like I said, it's always been better for me. So, yeah, I'll use it every day of the week. Okay, Choco, let's see here. Okay, so Choco's saying they gave $20,000 on the Ink Cash. $20,000? Did they drop the annual fee here? I don't think they did. Maybe they did. Because I got it, and it was $50,000. Oh man, can I type today? And I just hit it. I just hit it. Man, when did I hit that sign-up bonus? Last week? Yeah, it was last week that I hit it. Here we go. So if they gave you 20, I don't know when you got it, but am I having a problem finding this? Okay, here we go. So yeah, it's still 5,000 or 50,000, so $500 cash back. And I just checked my account right after I hit it. I checked my account and it was showing that I would be receiving. It'll tell you how many points you earned in that statement period, and it showed me 50,000. So I will be getting 50,000. So yeah, you might want to check with them if that's the case. I don't know what you signed up for, but if you signed up for the 20,000, then they're probably only going to give you 20,000. But yeah, when they put it out to me, it was 50,000, and that's what I got. So yeah, you might want to check on that. That's a big difference, a huge difference. Okay, all right. Let's see here. If you guys are new to the room, please hit the like button for me. We hit 50, so that's great. I really appreciate all of your support. But we can keep going further. If everybody in here hits the like button, that's even better. Okay. Okay, here we go. Explore informed. No business cards accounts toward Chase's 524 rule, question mark. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said no. Yeah, do business cards count towards? No, they do not count towards it. But if you're at 524 already, you'll get declined if you try to get a business card. If you try to get any card with Chase, you're going to get declined. But if you have not reached 524 yet, like in Choco's case, he was 124. If he gets a business card, it's not going to count. towards his 524. So he'll still be at 124. If he gets 2 business cards, he'll still be at 124. So that's a benefit there to think about when you want to build up your Chase ecosystem. If you qualify for business cards, you can jump in there and get a few business cards, and it's not going to affect your 524. Okay, so Nate and Jess is saying, thanks at DLT. Priority Pass changed my life. Laugh out loud. We're flying out Saturday morning. And of course, we're Timberline Steakhouse. So they're going to go to Timberline Steakhouse for some food and drinks. Yeah, it's changed the way that I travel. I'll tell you that. The restaurant credit, I'm going to say. Lounges, yeah, it doesn't make me leave any earlier, but when I do the restaurant credit, I've only done it once. I did the P.F. Chang's restaurant credit, and I almost missed my flight because I told you I had a 25-minute walk. So I had a 25-minute walk, and then, why isn't my chat showing up here? I had a 25-minute walk. There it goes. So I had a 25-minute walk to get there, so I had a 25-minute walk back, right? So I went, ate, and by the time I was done with my meal, I looked at my clock, and I had 20 minutes to get to my flight before they were going to close the gate. And so I rushed back, walked as fast as I could. Didn't want to be one of those people running through the airport. And so I almost missed my flight. I was the second to last person on the plane. I got there, and then there was a couple that came in right behind me, and this lady was frantic. We missed our flight. We missed our flight. It's like, no, I still see them. They're still taking tickets, so we're good. But we came close. Okay, but it has changed the way. It has changed the way that I travel because. Now I want to get to that airport early, just like Nate just said. I want to get there early. Before flying internationally, I'm thinking, I'll get there 3 hours before my flight. Now I want to get there 4 hours before my flight so I can sit down, relax for an hour, and just have a meal. And then usually this last time I got 2 meals. It was $30 that I could spend. So I got 2 different meals at P.F. Chang's and ate one of the meal, or I'm sorry. With P.F. Chang's, they give you like portions, right? So portions that you share. So I got 2 big portions, and I ate half of each portion, and then packed up a portion to go. And so I had that on my flight. And so I'm telling you, that's the best thing they could have ever done. Where you're getting a meal at the airport, and my old routine was going to gift shops and getting a sandwich to eat on the plane, right? So get a sandwich. Those old sandwiches have been sitting there probably all day. And then getting a bag of chips, and then getting a drink, some water or something like that, a bottle of water. And it was costing me like $16, $17 every time. And that was my routine. You're eating this dry sandwich and some chips and a drink. That's all you get. Where now I'm going to a restaurant for free, getting a meal before I go, and then having a meal to eat on the plane. And it's free. I can't tell you how crazy that is. Like, man, it's worth getting to the airport early just to have that benefit. Choco, I will be available to get Chase Sapphire Preferred, Chase Sapphire Reserve on March bonus. Okay, cool. Okay, let's see. So Choco says, David, are you saying WhatsApp the Facebook group? I don't know what you're saying there. Or what is the Facebook group? So we have 2 things: Facebook group and the WhatsApp group. So the Facebook group is good if you want to just get in there, and it's easier to search. Okay, so let's say you wanted to, I saw some article that was written that was really good. I want to go back to it. It's easier to search on Facebook because just one big. The WhatsApp group is the same thing. It's one big feed, but I find it's easier to search on Facebook. Plus, you have all the referral links, and they're in a separate section, so you can go to referral links if you want to use those. So that's good. It's all about travel reward credit cards and travel. Okay, so we'll be putting out pictures, videos, and stuff from travels, and then we'll be talking about travel reward credit cards. Now, I will admit, I'm not in there very often, but the WhatsApp group, I'm on there all the time, daily. Like I'm looking at that, and I get the notifications and everything. So they're both very similar. It's just that Facebook is a little more robust when it comes to categorizing things. It's a little easier that way. But with the WhatsApp group, it's just a large group chat, and so we're just in there, and we're always talking about different things and sharing different information. And we also have some other YouTubers that are in there, so they're sharing their knowledge and experience and all that. And then we have a lot of people who use travel credit cards, and they're sharing their experiences as well. David's on there all the time showing he travels a lot for work, so he's always showing his different hotels that he goes to and different credit card benefits and stuff that he uses. So it's just a good place for you to talk to me offline other than, on the live stream here. And not just me, talk to us. All right. And if you're asking where the links are, just check the comment section. It'll be that first pinned comment there. You'll have the links to all the stuff we were talking about here. Okay, Brian. How many credit cards do you carry with you when you travel internationally? Good question, Brian. I generally travel with the same credit cards that I have in my wallet. So from any time, I probably have about 5 credit cards in my wallet, and I usually travel with all of them. And I always have a routine when I travel, though. I will always, I'll have, and I did a video on travel safety, so check that out. It's a really good video, and I put it out about a couple months ago. So if you just go down my feed, you'll find it. As a matter of fact, after this live stream, I'm just going to share it to as a post, so you'll see it. And I'm going to start doing that too. So when I mention things, like different videos that I mention, I know sometimes it's a little hard, like, oh, I don't want to go through the whole channel and like try to find the videos and stuff. So when I talk about different videos on my live stream, then I'm going to go and I'll share a post of the different videos that I talk about, just so if you guys want to look at them later. So the travel safety video, I did a good video about that. One of the things that I do is I always have my passport. I don't take my when I get to my destination, that passport stays in the hotel. I make photocopies of my passport, and that's what I carry with me when I'm out around, walking around town. I never carry my passport. I'm fearful of losing that passport. So that's my routine. So what I'll do, though, is in my hotel, I will have my passport. I'll have at least 1 credit card, sometimes 2 credit cards that are with my passport, as well as my, God, I just lost my train of thought. Passport, credit cards. Oh, and I have two ATM cards. So I have 1 ATM card that's my bank, like my bank that I bank with. And then I also have the Charles Schwab card. And the Charles Schwab card is the one that I use most often, and that's because there are no ATM fees on that card. So they waive the ATM fees worldwide. So that's the card that I use if I need to pull out cash and stuff. Because yes, you're going to have to pay the whatever the fee is to do the exchange, but you also have to pay an ATM fee if you're using your regular bank debit card. So that's a debit card I use. So I have that debit card. I have my regular bank debit card. So I'll have the Charles Schwab card on me at all times. But that other debit card, I'll leave that in my hotel room. So this is for emergency purposes. In case I'm out, I lose all my stuff, I still have a credit card, I have my passport, and I have my bank card. So I can get cash out. I can use a credit card for making purchases and stuff if I want to use that, so I don't have to pay any foreign transaction fees. And so I have all this stuff. So that's kind of the way that I plan things. So usually it's about 5 cards. The Chase Sapphire Reserve card is the one that I use most often. And I'll also have, what are the cards? I bring some of the business cards. So I'll bring all 3 of the business cards that I have. And then I always have the World of Hyatt card with me because I never know. I might go to a city where they have a Hyatt and I might want to stay at a Hyatt, and you want to use that card if you're staying at a Hyatt because you get the 9 points for every dollar spent. So it's a combination. So 5 points for being a World of Hyatt member, and then you get 4 points for every dollar spent if you're using the card to make to book your stay. So yeah, that's kind of my routine. And then I always bring the United card too, because I need the free check bags and all that. And well, let me back up. I need to make the purchase with that United card, but I still usually bring that card because I might be on the plane. I might want to buy something or something like that, and I can get some points for using that. Actually, you don't get very many points, so I still bring it. I usually have it in my wallet. I carry a money clip. I don't have it on me, but I carry a money clip, and so I can carry like 30 different cards in that. Oh, that's probably too many. I can carry about 15 cards in that little money clip, and so I usually bring those cards. All right, let's see. Oh, Choco said 20,000 credit line. Okay, all right, that makes sense. Yeah, no. The 50,000 is the cashback. Yeah, cool. Okay. Here at our local airport, we have 2 terminals. TSA will not let you inside security where the lounge is if your gate isn't there. Okay, all right. You're lucky not to deal with that. They won't allow it here. Yeah, Shamrock's saying that. And I have heard that before. The way that they've designed the airport in Los Angeles is you can walk, once you get past security, you can pretty much walk through all the different terminals. Now, they're far. Yeah, they're not right around the corner unless you're like going from one terminal to the next. But if you have to go from the domestic terminals to the international terminal, it's like a 25-minute walk. So yeah, that makes sense. So if you can't even go into some of these different lounges, then it doesn't make sense. And if that's your primary airport, then yeah, I could definitely understand not really seeing a value in a lounge if you can't have access to it because you're flying out of one terminal and you can't get over to that terminal, the other terminal, to go to the lounge. Okay. Okay, here, let's see. All right. Any questions for me? Just put at TEC. So Julio has a question here. Yeah, it's nice. I thought the lounges give you alcohol in the morning. Makes the flights more pleasant. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm not a big drinker either, so I don't drink that much. And so I never drink before flights and things like that. Some people, it takes the edge off, I guess, to have a drink. But when it comes to me, yeah, it's not a priority for me. So that I don't really benefit from the lounges having alcohol and stuff. Okay. So Choco said on the WhatsApp chat. Okay, I don't know what you're saying, Choco. And we have Michael Lee. Michael Lee in the building. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. And you are down in our little lower thirds down there. Michael Lee, thank you. Okay, Shamrock, yes, like you said, always. Okay, so Shamrock's asking how do you join the WhatsApp group. Shamrock, right down in the description, down below. So if you, or not description, I'm sorry. Well, actually it's in the description too if you go down, but you have to scroll through everything. It's probably a little longer. All you need to do is go down to the comment section. So in the video right now that we're doing the live stream, go down to the comment section. You're gonna see a pinned comment, and that pinned comment it will have 3 different links. The second link on there, the first link is to subscribe to the channel. So if you haven't subscribed, please do so. And then the second link is the WhatsApp group. You can click on that, it'll take you right over to the WhatsApp group. You do have to have WhatsApp, the app on your phone in order to use it. And I should say that too, primarily people use WhatsApp on their phone. There is a desktop version, but for the most part, you use it on your phone. And so you're going to want to download the WhatsApp app first. It's funny, in the US, we don't use WhatsApp very often. It's not really as popular as it is in other countries. Pretty much every country that I've traveled to, WhatsApp is kind of a big thing. And not kind of, it is a big thing. And you'll see like billboards and businesses, they all use WhatsApp. So instead of having like a regular phone number on there, you're going to have WhatsApp. And you're going to have the WhatsApp links everywhere. In Colombia, it's really popular. Mainly because they don't have like unlimited data like we have out here. So they have unlimited data for certain social media. So like Facebook, WhatsApp, things like that, it's unlimited. So for them, it makes sense to get WhatsApp because they can use it for their, like the minutes, like on their phone. You're not using your minutes if you use WhatsApp, because WhatsApp, you can use it just like a phone where I can call people and stuff like that. So they'll use WhatsApp because they get unlimited WhatsApp. They'll use it for text messages because they get unlimited text messages with WhatsApp. So other countries use WhatsApp a lot more than we do, but I think WhatsApp is great, and it's great because it's like using your phone, doing text messaging, but it's through that app. Okay. So Mr. Choco is saying, let's see. So we have Mr. Choco and Choco. Okay, we got too many Chocos in the room. Chocolazzo, you guys are the same people, right? What's going on here? I'm confused. Anyway, let's see. I got the Inkcast June 3rd. All right. Oh, you can't see the comment. So he's saying you can't see the comment. So David's saying you can't see the comment section? Really? That's crazy. Let me check real quick. But if not, then I'll post a link. I wasn't aware of that. Telling everybody, look at the comment section, look at the comment section. And they're probably like, yeah, we can't see the comment section. What are you talking about? All right, let's see. I gotta turn this off real quick.
If you're
all right, apologize for that. Yeah, it's there. If you're watching the stream, you can see the comment section. Just scroll all the way down to the bottom there, and you should be able to see the comment section. There's a pinned comment, and it'll have the link. But since I am on here already, and I said it was a second link, it's actually the third link, which I apologize for that. But I will copy the link and put it in the chat right now, so you guys can easily go there from here. There we go. All right, so that's the WhatsApp group there. You still should be able to look. I'm looking at it right now, and I'm able to do it. So if you're not able to, there's the link. You can use it there. Okay. Any other questions, guys? I'm on the mobile app, and I can't see it. Maybe only on desktop. Okay, cool. So if you can't see it, from now on, I will just put the link in there. But if you're on the mobile app, you can't see it. That makes sense. Okay. HD chillin' saying comments coming in good. Okay, cool. HD chillin', Hardy, are you still out there in Mexico, or did you go to Mexico? Were those old videos? I was watching some stuff. I got to get caught up because there's another WhatsApp group that I follow, the Colombia Advisory Group, which is a real good one. And so if you guys are interested in going to Colombia, you can check that one out. That one's there's a lot of information on there about Colombia. Let's see. Are not in the description either. All right, I'll update it, David. So I'll put the WhatsApp group. I thought I had all that stuff in there. Let's see. Yeah, David's right. It's not in there. Yeah, I'll update it after the stream. I'll update it and I'll put those links in there. But they are in the comments section. So you can go ahead and check the comment section, and you'll be able to find it there. But from now on, I will make sure I have it on both of them. I thought I already had it set up that way, but for whatever reason, it is not. And as we speak, I'm going to go ahead and put it in there. so we can have it in there for everyone. All right, guys. Any other questions? Please post it in the chat, and we'll talk about it. If not, we'll wait about 5 minutes here, and if you don't have any other info or any other comments, is this right here? Yeah, that's it. If you guys don't have any other comments or any questions, then we'll call it a night. Let's see. All right, so I've updated everything. It should be all there. So if you're checking it now, you should be able to see the links to everything in the description if you can't see the comments. Okay. Mr. Choco says, look at my last question, please. What was your last question, buddy? Let's see. Use and paid $18,000 in full the last 2 months. How long should I wait to apply for the next card? Today is exactly 2 months. So I'm not understanding. You're saying you used and paid $18,000 in full last 2 months. How long should I? So if you're asking about waiting, how long you should wait to get another card, it depends on, like, what do you think you need? Like, I always tell people this. I work off what I need. Like, I get cards when I need cards. I don't just get cards. I don't have a set, okay, every 3 months I'm getting a new card. That's not the way that I work. I usually will wait until I see a need for a card. So I'm not just on autopilot when it comes to getting cards. And so if I need it, I'll get it. I'm at a point right now, I just got that cash card, I hit the sign-up bonus. I can wait till the end of the year and not get any new cards and be fine. I have plenty of points. I already have my next 2 trips planned. One will be in October, one will be in February. I have enough points for both those trips and some. So there's no real urgency for me to get another card. So the best thing for me to do is kind of wait and see what comes up. See if American Express, I told people I'm waiting on American Express, see if they do any promotions, maybe some promotions around Christmas time or around the end of the year, or if any other cards do any promotion. So I'll just wait. And if something happens, it happens. If it doesn't, and then I get to a point, and that point will come after February. After I do the Carnival trip. After I go to Carnival, then I'll look, and if because I'll be setting myself up for the summer. I'm going to have to go somewhere in the summer. I say it like I have to. I'm going somewhere in the summer. I always do a summer trip. So, and that trip is probably going to be overseas somewhere. So, Bali or something. It's going to be somewhere, a nice trip, right? So at that point, that's when I'm going to start looking at, after my Carnival trip, then I start looking at maybe I need to get another card. And so I'll get a card, maybe even get 2 cards at that point. So get a card in April and then get another card in June or something like that. So that's kind of how I play. Like I don't just get cards every 3 months just to get a card. There has to be a reason. Like I have to really look at it. And when we travel, usually we know. Like I know I'm traveling in 3 months. I know I'm going on that trip. So usually we have time. It's not like a last minute trip for the most part. Usually not our big trips. They're not last minute. So I have some time to think about it. And when I figure out, okay, I want to go to this destination, let me pick up the Amex Platinum. Let me pick up the Amex Gold or something like that. But if between now and February or March, if another card comes out and they're doing a great sign-up bonus, just like the Chase Inc. Business Preferred card, 80,000 sign-up bonus, it might go away, right? You might have another card that comes out with a 80,000 sign-up bonus or 100,000 sign-up bonus with the Amex Platinum 100,000 sign-up bonus. So stuff like that, then yeah, I'll jump on it at the time. But yeah, I can't give you an answer, Choco, when it comes to that because it depends on what you're looking for. Now, would I wait at least 3 months before getting a new card? Yeah, I probably would. I probably would. I wouldn't try to get too many cards. You've waited 2 months already, so you're probably in the clear. But you don't want to get too many cards too fast. That's one thing you don't want to do. And so if you are the type of person that wants to get as many cards as you can as fast as possible, yeah, I would probably wait 2 to 3 months before getting another card and then kind of wait and You know, if you want to do that safe practice. Now, if you don't, you can jump on as many cards as you want. You get in the Amex ecosystem and get some of those charge cards, and you can you can just jump on them. But yeah, that's just not how I work. Altered Illusions, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for stopping by. Have you tried the United Excursionist perk? No, I haven't. What is that? I have not tried that perk. Let us know more about it, though. Okay, here. Thanks for being so neutral with all this. I appreciate that you're not biased towards any specific lender. Are you being sarcastic? Ecosystem, thank you. Whatever, Shamrock. Yeah, you guys know I'm with Chase, right? I don't dislike. Let me get this out. So I like Chase. I use the Chase ecosystem. I do not dislike American Express. I do want to get some American Express cards in the future, and I will get some American Express cards in the future. As far as Citi goes, I think Citi has always been third, and I'm not really interested in building an ecosystem with them. That's just my opinion. I don't see enough value in those cards. The Citi Prestige card, however, is a very good card, and I think with that fourth night free, even though they've kind of pulled back on a little bit, I think it's still a good card. But for me, it's probably going to be Chase and American Express. And I'm going to use what's good, right? I'm going to tell you what I use and the reason why I use it. I'm not one of those people that's just like across the board, oh yeah, they're all good. Because some of them have good, good and bad. And even Chase, some good, some bad. Hyatt, I like staying at Hyatt properties. There's some good stuff and there's some bad stuff about Hyatt. So I'm going to be honest with you guys. And if I see, like I've always said, and if you look at some of the videos that I put out, that American Express Gold card is an excellent card. I don't have it, but it's an excellent card as far as earn possibility and the things that it does offer. So even though I don't have it, I still promote it like it's a card. It's a card that I want, okay? I just haven't gotten it yet. But it's still a viable card. So I don't know if you've been sarcastic, Shamrock, but I know I talk a lot about Chase, and that's the experience that I have. That's why I share that. We have other people in the room like David who has a lot of experience with American Express, and he talks up American Express a lot. So hopefully you can get a balance, maybe just between me and some of the other people in the room to get an honest opinion. But I won't tell you. Like if it's a card that's good, like I'm not anti anything. So I'm not anti-American Express or even anti-Citi. I'm not anti any cards. So if you ask me about a card, I will give you my opinion about it, my honest opinion. Okay, let's see. I'm on a mobile app and I can't see it. Maybe only desktop. You can. Okay. All right, we already read those. WhatsApp group and Facebook group links aren't in the description. So I put them in there so you guys should be able to see them now. And I looked at that last question, Choco. HD Chile said, went back to Mexico. Wish you would go, let's see, go and film the pyramids. There is a Hyatt for you. Okay, yeah. HD Chillin, I have not, and his name is Hardy, so we'll call Hardy. Hardy, I haven't been to legit Mexico. When I say legit, I mean I've only been in the tourist areas. I've only gone on cruises to Mexico, so I do need to experience Mexico, like actually flying out there and being in the country. But I just haven't done that yet. I'm so caught up on going to Colombia, man. It's just I don't want to go anywhere else. I mean, I've been to Costa Rica. I had a good time there, and but nothing beats going to Colombia. So for right now, that's kind of my spot. But I do want to go to Mexico and see the pyramids. Okay. David saying, TEC, I tried to use 2 priority passes at PF Chang's at Tom Bradley, but they turned me down. So they didn't let you use 2. I don't get it. Would they let you use 1? Is that what you're? They let you use 1, but not the other one, like as a guest. Yeah, let us know, David. Let's see. You always talk about trading your points to Hyatt for redemption. What hotel chains websites do you stay in when you're paying cash and not points? So that's David asking that. Usually in my past little history, if I can't stay at a Hyatt, there's two things that I do. Okay, when I'm looking at traveling, usually I'm looking for Hyatts if it's in a city that I'm not familiar with. So I'm looking for Hyatts. So that means that some of the destinations that I go to, I'm going to those destinations with with that in mind. Like, okay, there's a Hyatt property there, so I can stay at a Hyatt. So I will kind of, search for, because let's face it, there's so many places that I want to go to that it's almost just like, okay, you know what? This year I'm going to go here, and then this year I'm going to go here, and so I keep that in mind. So it's either going to be Hyatt, and I'll look into it. There are a lot of places, even like in Thailand. When we went to Thailand, I stayed at a Hyatt place, or we stayed at a Hyatt place in Phuket, but we also traveled around. We went to Krabi, an area right outside of Phuket, and we just rented a motel there. And the motel was like, it was a hotel. They call it a hotel, but they have all these small little hotels. It was like $19 a night. So we'll do that. And I was still booked at Hyatt Place. So I was paying $50 a night to stay at Hyatt Place. But then when we went to some of these other areas, because one thing about Thailand is you want to be able to move around. Like, you want to be able to travel to these different areas, because not everything is centrally located. So if you want to go to some of the different islands and things like that, you might have to drive to these other parts of Phuket, and so, or of the country. So we had to do that, and then we drove, and then we would stay a couple of nights there, and then come back. And so, yeah, that's kind of the way we did things. So we were kind of, in a sense, we were wasting a little bit of money, because we had a room that was booked up for 10 days at the Hyatt Place. But a couple of those days, like I went to Phi Island, we stayed in one of those little apartments, or not, hotels there. So yeah, I'll pay cash if it makes sense, or I'll do the Airbnbs, which I like doing as well. Okay, guys, let's see. All right, we're gonna work our way down here. And Brian's saying, I'm surprised they care. It's free money. Was it the Amex card? Was it the Amex card? Yeah, good question. Good point. Was it? It's because that restaurant credit's no longer good. Okay. Let's see here. Nate and Jess, no, was the Chase Sapphire Reserve other City Prestige? Let's see, I didn't try to use my other Amex passes. So were you able to use it at all? That's my question, David. Because that's pretty interesting. I don't know why they would turn you away here. Let's see, Altered Illusions, United Excursionist perk. You can add a stopover for free. Yes, I've done that before. I didn't know that was what it's called, the Excursionist perk. See, I'm learning things every day. I have used the stopover before, and I've even used the stopover and the open jaw. So I've used both those before, and they work. They're excellent, especially if you use points. So what Altered Illusions is saying, so you're booking on United, right? You can book multiple destinations, and I just did this on my trip to Hawaii. So I flew from Los Angeles to, I had a layover. So I flew from Los Angeles, had a layover in Kona, and then I flew from Kona to Honolulu. And I spent 2 days in Honolulu. So I had a stopover in Honolulu. So I'm booking all this on one flight using points. So I had a stopover in Honolulu for 2 days. And you have layovers and stopovers. A layover, we all know what a layover is. You go to the airport and you sit there for like 3 or 4 hours, and then you go from there to your next destination. A stopover, you can stop over for days. So I stopped over for 2 days, and then I flew from Honolulu to Kauai. And that flight from Honolulu to Kauai was a free flight. I didn't have to use points. I didn't have to pay any taxes or fees, okay? So then I flew to Kauai. I was in Kauai for 8 days. and then from Kauai, I flew back to Los Angeles, right? Or actually, I flew to Maui, had a layover in Maui, and then from Maui, I flew back to Los Angeles. So that's a stopover. That's that excursionist perk that Altered Illusions is talking about. And I also used it when I flew to, did I use, I think an open jaw. I believe I used an open jaw. Yeah, I used an open jaw flying on my trip to Colombia, okay? And so what an open jaw is when you fly into an airport, you're gonna fly into one airport and then fly out of another airport, okay? So you pretty much, what I did is I flew from Los Angeles to, I was going to Colombia. So Los Angeles to Barranquilla, Colombia. I enjoyed Carnival in Colombia, and my return flight was gonna be out of Medellin. So I flew from Medellin to Los Angeles. Now, Medellin and Barranquilla, it's about an hour flight from each other, okay? It's like a 10-hour or 8-hour bus ride or something crazy. I didn't do the bus ride, of course. So what I did is I had to get that flight from Barranquilla to Medellin. So that flight from Barranquilla to Medellin was $130 business class on Avianca. So that's what I flew there. So I flew that flight there, got to Medellin, and then stayed in Medellin until I had to return home. And then on that return home date, that's the open jaw, right? So you're open. You have to just get to that destination. Now, these are really valuable for people who want to backpack and stuff like that, because now you have stopovers where you can fly. You can do a nice long stopover, and then from there you can fly somewhere else and then have an open jaw, and then from there you can take a train or bus or whatever you want to do, get to another location, to your destination where you're going to be flying out of, and then fly out of it. But along the way, you can stop off at these different places. So a lot of people do that, do a long train ride, right? So go do a train ride, stay a night in one place, and then stay a night in another place, and a night in another place, and then you'll end up at your destination, like where you're going to be flying out of, stay a couple of days there, and then fly back home. So you can really extend your footprint of different places you travel to. All right, guys, please hit the like button if you're in the room. Please hit the like button if you have not done so. Thank you very much. Okay, so yeah, that excursionist perk, I do use that. I didn't even know that was the term, but I've done that before. Really powerful with United. I think it's All Star Alliance too. I think they all have that same perk. Okay, Julio, you have to go to Mexico City and stay at the Hyatt Regency. Yeah, like I said, I will go to Mexico. I do want to go, but I haven't I have never been to Mexico City. I've only been to Cabo San Lucas and Puerto Vallarta and where's the other one? Ensenada. So come on. And I've only been in those little areas, right? The little tourist areas, right off the boat. Just come off the boat, go to those little areas, and jump right back on the boat. I'm usually there for maybe 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours each time. And then you get on the boat. Pretty much the boat is your travel, because your travel. That's your vacation. Once you get on the boat, you're on vacation. You're pretty much on the boat the whole time. Don't really like going on cruises anymore. I really prefer to be there in whatever country I'm going to. That's how you can really experience it. And then you're able to do a lot more, go to places that aren't where all the tourists are and everything. So it just makes it a better experience overall. Choco, let's see. Thank you for your answers. I got invited to Carnival in Colombia. I might just go. Yeah, go, Choco. You got invited, like a personal guest or what? Some people told you to go. It's a blast, man. Carnival. I went this year. It's the first time I've ever been to any carnival, and I had so much fun. It was fun. It was just one big party. 4 days partying every night, and I'm getting a little older now, so I don't party like I did when I was a kid. But it was fun. It was fun. Always something going on. You have the parade in the daytime, and then at night it cools off at night because it's pretty hot. Barranquilla is pretty hot and humid. But at night it's perfect weather because it's really nice and really good weather. And then they have these block parties, and you just go out to these block parties, and there's just people everywhere dancing, having a good time. All age groups, families, It's an amazing experience, or it was an amazing experience. So I will be going back this year, or for 2020 for sure. And I'd like to at some point go to Brazil too. I want to see the largest, because Barranquilla Carnival is the second largest. The largest is in Brazil, so I do want to go to that one. Okay. All right, let's move on down here. Shamrock saying, I actually wasn't being sarcastic. I'm relatively new here. So if you're biased, I haven't seen it. All right, cool. I'm glad you. Shamrock. I talk a lot about. I talk a lot about Chase, the Chase ecosystem, because that's what I'm most familiar with. So when people have questions about American Express, I don't always have answers for them because I don't have American Express cards. But I have Chase cards, and I've been using them for a couple of years now. So I can. I could really give people a lot of information about Chase. But that doesn't mean I don't like American Express. I think American Express is a good ecosystem, but I just don't have that many cards. So I thought maybe you were being sarcastic about that. All right, here we go. Okay, so Ultra Illusion is saying, thinking about United because of the United Excursionist perk. Yeah, it's great, man. I like having that. And you can save on points. Now you don't always get that when it comes to the stopovers. The reason that I did that open jaw that I was telling you about when I flew to Colombia is because I checked Colombia the week prior, and I was able to do the stopover because I could have done the stopover, right? I could have gone from Los Angeles to Barranquilla, did a stopover in Barranquilla for 4 days, and then flew from Barranquilla to Medellin on that, the stopover, right? And then been in Medellin for the remainder of my time and then flew back home. But what happened is I checked it, it was fine, 0 points. I didn't have to use any points, so I had to use 35,000 points to get to Barranquilla, and then 0 points to fly from Barranquilla to Medellin, and then 35,000 points to fly from Medellin back to Los Angeles. That's the way it was set up. And then when I look back a week later, guess what? It was gone, right? And so now it was 35,000 to go to Barranquilla, 20,000 to go from Barranquilla to Medellin, and then 35,000 to fly from Medellin back to Los Angeles. I'm not paying 20,000 to fly from Barranquilla to Medellin, because 20,000, that's equivalent to $200, right? And I told you when I paid for it, it was $130 business class Avianca from Barranquilla to Medellin. So that's one of those deals where it's like, it does not make sense to use points, because if I'm using points, that point value that I'm using is $200 when I can pay for the tickets only $130, and that's business class. So economy, if I wanted to fly economy, which really, it makes sense to fly economy. I just flew business class because it was so cheap. But it makes sense to fly economy because the flight is 45 minutes. Once you get in the air, they serve you your juice and snack. You're coming back down. So yeah, I could have flown economy and it would have been less than $100. So that's the reason why I did it, because the 20,000 points that they wanted. So I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. So then that's when I did the open jaw and just booked my flight independently and went that route. So, yep, that worked. All right. Okay, we'll move on down here. And like I said, if you guys are in the room right now, please hit the like button if you have not done so. We're doing really good on likes. Got about 30 or 55 likes. So that is good. And that will be promoted. As soon as this video is done, the rebroadcasts are going to really promote it, and more people will take a look, and hopefully they'll subscribe as well. All right. Let's see here. So yeah, Mexico City is definitely on my list. It's definitely on my list, Julio. Okay. And Nate and Jess says, I lean Chase too, but I haven't really started up my Amex game yet. Yeah, and I'm the same way. I'm leaning Chase only because I have Chase. Now, I could change my tune once I start getting some American Express cards and seeing the benefits that they offer. And the transfer partners, I haven't been using any of their transfer partners, so start using those. And I might be like, wow, you know what? American Express is better than Chase. I don't know. At this point, I like the Chase ecosystem. And when I start using some of the American Express cards, it could change my mind. Let's see, they took one of them and said no to the second. You skipped over that part in the chat. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to, I thought I asked that, but maybe I missed it. So yeah, so they took one, but they wouldn't take the other. That's interesting. To my knowledge, you're supposed to be able to you have one plus a guest. But yeah, that's unfortunate, but you're able to get one. So you got $30 credit. And really, $30 credit, I got 2 meals for that. So if you had someone with you, they can still probably share. But I get it. You have it. You should be able to use it. The only other option, I guess, is to wait another couple of hours and it resets and then you could use it again. Mr. Choco, TEC, drive into Mexico. Yes, I'm close. I could drive right into Mexico. You're 100% correct. Yeah, I just haven't. Only time I drove in was when I was a young kid. We went on spring break, and yeah, we went out to just to TJ. But yeah, I'm not. I don't see myself driving into TJ anytime soon. Okay. All right. Thanks, David. Once I eventually hit 524, I might take you up on the offer. The Hilton cards look okay. So you guys are talking about getting different cards there. Shamrock saying eyes are heavy. Good night. All right. All right. Thanks for stopping by, guys. All right. Let's see. I have a few Colombian friends. Been there before. Cool. Cool. Yeah, you should go, Choco. You would really enjoy it, man. Yeah, you would have fun. You can hit me up if you go out there, and I usually go out with a group. There's we have a WhatsApp group that's a Colombia advisory group, and we all talk about Colombia, and we're already planning our trip for Carnival. This last year we went. There was about, I think it was 8 or 9 of us that were there, and we all hooked up and went and enjoyed the parties and the parade and everything. So definitely, Choco, if you do go, let me know, man, and you can come hang out with us. And this year or this next year coming up, we're trying. I have another friend from the WhatsApp group that's trying to organize some stuff so we can have some access, because a lot of us are photographers. And so this last time I went out, and if you check my Instagram, Travel Explore Click, Instagram, you'll see that I have a lot of photos that I took at the Carnival. And I'm trying to get on the street this time. This last time I had to go in the stands and take pictures from the stands, which was fine, but being on the street is obviously better. So we're trying to get some passes, some press passes, in order to get on the street and take pictures. The people who had press passes then, so hopefully we can make that happen, and that'll be really good. I'll be able to get as much footage as possible, like photos and everything. Okay, let's see. I could have had a guest, no problem. They just wouldn't give me $60 for one person, 2 separate cards. All right. Well, I don't think they do that though, do they? I don't think anyone does that. Maybe they do. Maybe you've done it before. But for one person, yeah, I guess I can understand that. How much you can get $60 in food? Yeah. Maybe you should just have I don't know, have someone sit in the seat real quick and say, yeah, I want to get it for 2. And then, I don't know, give that person one of your plates. Okay. Let's see, I drove to Ensenada in March. Stay away? I don't know what you're saying here. Let's see. Champ, what's going on, buddy? Sorry I'm late. Had my girlfriend's birthday tonight. Yeah, you want to spend time with your girlfriend, man. Don't worry about that. Dinner tonight. Hope you're well. Thanks again for the content. Yeah, no problem, Champ. Thank you for stopping by, though. I really appreciate it. Please hit the like button, Champ. Anyway, yeah. And go back to your girlfriend's birthday, man. Okay, I was in my hotel and enjoyed myself for 2 days. Drove back to LA County. Okay. Yeah, I haven't. I've never driven in Even when I went to TJ, we walked over. We didn't even drive in then. We parked on the other side, or parked on in the U.S. side, and then walked over, and then walked back. All right, guys, we're gonna stay on here for another couple minutes. So if you guys are in here, if you have not hit the like button, please do so on your way out. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, we'll go ahead and address those right now. But thank you guys all for stopping by. I really appreciate it. We will be back on Monday, and like I said, I'm enjoying the live streams. I've improved some things here, so we have our little readout down here below, and we have Justin. So Justin gave us a super chat there, $9.99. So thank you very much, Justin. And then we also have Michael Lee. He was the last subscriber to our channel. And you see over, let's go back to our full screen here so we can. You see over right down there, we have our count there. Okay, so that's our subscriber count. Subscriber count 6,264. So we've moved up 2 subscribers during this show, so that's great. And we just want to continue keeping it up because we're on the road to 10,000. We want to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So December 28th, that is our target. So please help us out by doing that, by hitting the subscribe button. It is free, and we just got a new subscriber, Choco. Thank you very much. So it's free to do. All you need to do is just hit the little button, subscribe, hit the like button, and all that good stuff. That's what helps promote the channel. So when you ask me, how can I really promote the channel? That's the best way that you can promote the channel is by hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel. That's the best way. And then following along. Like we have a lot of people in here that come on a regular basis, and that is the biggest support. Okay, so the biggest support is just by being here and participating, and then the other ways that you can support is by liking and subscribing to the channel. So I appreciate all that. Okay, and we have 2 more questions here. Just got word from Marriott that for my stay in Vegas for 3 nights next week, I have been upgraded to the 1,950 square foot 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath room in JW Marriott West. Wow, that's cool, man. So you got to show us footage. Put it on the WhatsApp group, put it on the Facebook group, put it all over so we can talk about it. But that's cool, man. That's nice. That is high roller status right there. All right, Jessica, what's up? I want to apply for my first business card. Is it better to apply online or in person? Our business we have is a rental property. Okay, you know what? Nate and Jess also have rental properties. You might want to hit them up. But I personally would just apply online. That's the way that I like going about it. And I don't know what business card you're interested in applying for. But I would recommend if you have Chase cards already, jump into the Chase Inc. Ecosystem. I would start with the Chase Inc. Cash card. I think that's a really good card for 0 annual fee, and you get the 50,000 sign-up bonus, and it works really well because you have the cable. What is it? Cable, phone, internet. So you have all those 5-point categories up to 25,000. So it's a really good way to go. But yeah, so like I said, Nate and Jess, they also have rental property, and I think they got a few business cards because I know they were asking me way back when about that. So you might want to chat with them about that. But yeah, Chase is probably the best way to go when it comes to business cards. All right, guys. All right, so we are winding down. So everything looks good. You guys all really helped me out today, helped us all out when it comes to the channel, and really appreciate it. So we'll be back on Monday. Monday, it's going to be 7 Pacific Standard Time. So just jump on in, and we'll be here to answer any questions there. Let's see. Jessica, he quoted, when you asked the question, hit up name Jessica. Okay, all right. I don't know if she didn't hear me or what. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, I would hit Nate and Jess up. They are in the room right now. So if you do have any questions, maybe they can answer for you right quick. I'll hold off for a couple of minutes just to see if they respond or anything. If not, if you want to hit them up offline, you can do that, or in our next live stream on Monday. You can definitely hit them up. All right, guys, we're going to take off for now. And anything else? Anything else? No, I don't think I have anything. Let's see here. What question did you have, Choco? All my questions from all. What do we have here? What did I miss? Not ignoring any questions or comments from all. What? Not ignoring? Okay. I don't think I ignored any of your questions. If I did, let me know. I try. Okay, so you have to understand, this screen scrolls, or screen scrolls, wow. The chat scrolls, so sometimes I'll lose my place and I might miss a few questions here or there. So just be aware of that. If you put at TEC, I do try to answer every question that comes to me, or at least address a question. If I don't have the answer, then I just let you know I don't have the answer. But there are times where I'm looking through and it'll scroll down because people are writing stuff at the bottom, so it's constantly moving, and then I miss a question here or there. So if I did that, I apologize. Yeah, okay, so you're saying thanks for not ignoring. Okay, cool. See you Monday. Thanks. All right, guys. All right. We're going to go ahead and get out of here because I won't be able to leave. Every time there's a question come up, I want to look at it. So we're going to go ahead and take off. Thank you guys for stopping by. And till next time. Bye.